All right, it is time for some Fallout 4, one of my favorite times of the night. Playing some games, we're going to have a good time tonight. As you can see, hanging out in Fallout 4 here in my brand new playthrough. This is the Melee playthrough, day 2. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to be working on Sanctuary, we're going to be working on Abernathy Farm. I'm going to show you all my best tricks. Now, my name is Kismet, if you're unfamiliar with my stream. I'm a variety streamer. I do a whole bunch of awesome fun stuff. Like you just saw me do a whole bunch of fun stuff with my team there. I got the Dark and Light event done, or at least all the flashpoints for the Dark and Light event done. That was a lot of fun, man. We just blazed through those things today. Like I always say, the most powerful weapon is your team. Has nothing to do with your gear and all that other stuff. It's really, really, you can overcome just about anything if you have a really awesome team. So make sure to always have fun while you're playing. That's really the gist of my channel. And good morning to Chewy. It's okay if you slept in, bro. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We like Chewy up in here. We did play your song earlier, though. We did. So what we're going to do here for Fallout is we're going to just basically do some settlement work. I'm going to show you how to get started here doing it. Now, I don't have any mods, no cheats, no shortcuts, none of that. This is totally the vanilla version with the DLC all turned on right now. So as you can see, I'm here at Sanctuary. I've got my guy. Now, I'm doing a melee build. Now, what does that mean? Well, melee means I'm going to run around and axe people to death. Basically, that's what it means. I can use pistols for turrets, and I can use grenades. Like I used some Molotovs earlier, which I rarely ever use Molotovs or whatever. So I'm playing through a whole different way than I normally play. But I am going to be playing, of course, settlements, because I love settlements, and I love scrapping stuff. So that's what we're going to get started with right now. Let's go to it. Let's go to it. And a big shout out to hello, everybody in the chat. We got Devon hanging out. We've got Nooshke hanging out, one of my awesome mods. We did a love train for Nooshke and Sister Wolf earlier. We got Ameridave chilling out. We got Kyle in there. Sup, Kyle. Hope you guys are all having an awesome night. Oh, we got Rex hanging out as well. We're going to settle in for some serious Fallout 4 up in here. Some serious Fallout 4. Now, if you want to earn some rewards for everybody in the stream, all you need to do, run up to that Twitter, hit that like button, hit that retweet button. Every one of those does help. Now, earlier I asked everybody to do that and said, hey, can you go out there and throw it for SWTOR? So I'm going to go ahead and give all of you guys that bonus Kids Caps right now for hanging around. Make sure to hang around for the next one, otherwise you won't get those Kids Caps. So boom, there you go. Bonus to everybody in the stream right now. You got those extra Kids Caps, these things right here, at least the virtual version of these Kids Caps. Which turned out awesome, by the way. Noah, thanks so much for the host. Appreciate it big time. Now, let's get started here. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is hold down the V key. V like victory. And boom, it's going to put me into workshop mode like this. Then I roll over this car. I'm going to hit R for scrapping. You can see it right over there. Because I'm on the PC version, or whatever it is on your console, maybe, if you're playing on console. That's going to give me 15 steel. Now, what I'm basically going to go through and do every single object in this area. Now, there is a mod that someone told me that I could scrap everything, which is, I'm sure, would be a very cool mod. But then, of course, I can't play with achievements on when you're doing mods. So I'm not a big fan of playing without achievements. I'm sure I'm going to get some sort of melee achievement eventually here. So we're going to run around and we're going to clear everything out, all of the various things. Now, sometimes you can get stuff beyond the edge. Oh, hold on. Hold on, I hear something. Gonna backtrack. Get it with my thing. Come here, Rad Roach. What you got? What you got, bro? Boom. Got that, Rad Roach. Got that, Rad Roach. Now, my character right now is a lowbie. Check it out. I am level 4. So, we played through yesterday, which was super fun, by the way. Played through, got over there, got all my settlers from the next city over. You can see them all up there probably banging on that yellow building, which drives me insane. We got that going. Now, I took on the Deathclaw and died. And then I thought, okay, that's it. We're going to go back. We're going to give it a few more tries. I go back, and it was like the hands of fate had reached down, grabbed that Deathclaw, lifted it up in the air, and then dropped it down. It glitched out or something. And then, boom, dropped and died. And I said, I'll take it. I'll take it. Hey, you know, that the chances of that happening again are probably very few. And I thought, oh, that's kind of a fitting way to start. A fitting way to start the game. Now, I didn't do it on purpose. It just magically happened. Now I'm going to get some radiation. stuff here from running around in the water because I haven't done my water boy perk yet, but I will definitely do that early in the game. Now, another perk that I'll need to get here eventually is the gun nut perk. Now, why do I need the gun nut perk? Now, I'm just going to run around and scrap while I'm talking here, everybody. I'm just going to hit R, and then I hit E. So R, and then E does enter. Or you can hit, actually, enter on the keyboard, but I hit E. It does the same thing. So another Kismet tip there for you. It makes it go a lot faster. So R and E. See how fast that goes. And we're going to run around and basically just scrap everything, including all the trees and shrubs and fences and everything. Now, when I first started off playing this game over 1,500 hours ago, no, some serious hours, right? That's some serious hours in this game. And go ahead and just pick that up. What I did was I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to go through and I'm going to take all the fences and I'm going to do this. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to pick them up. I'm going to walk them over here. And then we'll put it down. And then Meriday's having flashbacks right now. And then walk them way over here. And this kind of block off the road, right? Use them to block off the road. Well, that is a brilliant idea, except fences are useless. So I go ahead and just scrap those. I found later that after a lot of hours of playing and trying to build a fence all the way around the whole entire thing and using those fences in the middle, that fences are fairly useless. What I need is I need the Kismet kill box. Now, the Kismet kill box is very simple in the way it works. Oh, we got a level up in there. Get out of there. It's very simple in the way that it works. Basically, what you do is you build a couple stairwells, and then you put a nice skinny platform, and you put turrets up there. Now, to get the turrets that we want very early on in the game, with these turrets right here, we want this one. So we need that gun nut. That's what the gun nut is for. Now, I've done a different style of playthrough this time. I'll go ahead and show you my perks here in the chat. My new perks there, as well as I'll show you here on screen. Here are my specials, 6166 and then 137. Some of these are being boosted based on my, or minusing based on what I have going on. So we need that gun nut. So we're going to take a look at it. Let's go in and do that level up right here. We've got Gunslinger. And then down here is that gun nut. So we have to actually put 2 more in here to get that, to get the turrets. So we're going to need to start down that intelligence line next. Now, one of the first perks I put in there was over here. Let me get out of there. Over here on big leads, so I do more melee damage because I'm playing a melee play. And then also, I'm going to be playing mostly with dog meat this time. So I'm going to have my buddy, my attack dog, right there. And I'm going to try to just gear up that attack dog because I rarely ever use that one, so I want to try that this time. Also, very heavy in the intelligence, or into the agility line. Want to get that Grim Reaper going on very early, and I think I'll probably do the whole agility line just for the fun of it. Because I like to play differently each and every time. I play with different stats, I try different ways. But I know that I need that gun nut very early, so I'm going to have to drop that into intelligence. I'm going to have to drop 1 more, and then 1 more in that. So 2 more levels. By level 6, I should have that gun nut and be ready to do those turrets. If I've got enough stuff to do it. Now, the next problem, while you're scrapping away, is that very problem of how do I get the materials to make all these turrets? Because you're going to need a lot of materials. It's like, I need all these materials for all these turrets at all of my locations, right? Don't do that early on. No, no, no. If you spread out your materials too much across all of your settlements, no one settlement's going to have the ability to defend itself. So what I do is I utilize most of my stuff here at Sanctuary. This will be my main kind of starter base. And I will then move everybody here. Not only will I use all the resources here, but I'll move everybody here to Sanctuary. So you'll see us run around and we'll get rid of all this stuff, including all these fences. Now, another thing that I always talk about very early on in settlement building, is that your wood is more rare than steel. Now you're like, what, Kismet? How can that be? How can it be more rare than steel? Because the steel, I can go to Diamond City and I can get a bunch of steel. I get like 800 steel if I'm lucky, right? Because the vendors have a whole bunch of steel. But when it comes to wood, typically you don't have that many vendors. You know, you can get about 250 wood as opposed to 800 steel. So that makes the wood more valuable in the long run. I'm also dropping some stuff on the ground here as we go along. Actually, let's take a moment here to to rest up and get it to the daytime here. So we can scrap during the day. See, look, they're banging on that thing. Banging on that thing. So I'm going to go ahead and put a bed down in here. Eventually, I'm going to clear this whole thing. I don't use this building at all later in the game. Not enough cloth. Not enough cloth. So we gotta scrap some cloth stuff up in here. What are we gonna get from this? That's steel and plastic. Wood and plastic. We need to find some more cloth. There we go. There we go. And I've also got the vault-tec turned on. So I've got the ability to use these really nice vault-tec beds. So I'm going to go ahead and sleep for about another 6 hours here. Just so it's daytime. So when I'm scrapping, you guys don't have to check out the dark. Let's see. I've got a question. What is my favorite settlement? Oh. Now, that's going to have to be a kind of a two-part question. Great question, by the way. My favorite settlement, I would probably be Sanctuary just for the nostalgia reasons. I really love Sanctuary. I think it's a great place to build. You're going to see me do a lot of mega building here. You're going to see me also doing some what I call the mega sorter, which is so awesome. Really love the mega sorter. Oh, for some reason I can't get into. Somebody's talking to me. Somebody's talking to me. Can't get in the workbench. Can't get in the workbench. Something's gone horribly wrong. Come on. Not letting me get into the workbench. Nope, something's gone wrong. Well, that was a whole lot of fail fish. And get it to come back. Nope, I'm glitched. Alright. Well, let's just reload our current game. Now, sometimes that'll happen, too. Like, you get glitched out. What happened is I couldn't go into the workshop mode. So all I was doing was going back and forth between the storyline. So what had happened is somebody had tried to walk up to me and talk to me, which is most likely... Yeah, see that? How I can't switch? That's because Sturgis is probably trying to talk to me. So I got to go in here and talk to Sturgis. See? That's somebody trying to talk to me. Well, I got to do what I got to do. Yes.
I'd be glad to help. Just tell me what you need.
Well, for starters, we could use some real beds. We've been sleeping on the ground for too long. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof over our heads. Some of these old houses still look solid enough to do the trick. There's a workbench over there you can use. Give me a holler if you need anything.
All right. So I started the beds for my people. And
You're tied to this place, kid. Your energy.
Really? Get out of the doorway. I lived here. Oh, I gotta talk to all these people.
I used to live here. A long time ago.
Ah, but the distant past ain't so distant for you. I saw you leave that icebox. This whole world is like some bad dream you can't wake up from, isn't it? The sight can help you, kid. It always has answers. Just gotta bring me some jet so I can see what it wants to tell you.
I'll see if I can find some.
My
Camavelle, thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome!
One of these houses.
Show them some love in the chat, everybody. That is a great question. So, my favorite settlement is Sanctuary. Now, my favorite settlement to build at, which is a different whole question, is Spectacle Island. Now, why is it my favorite? Because it's the largest settlement in the vanilla game that you can actually build at. You can build massive structures, incredibly huge structures there, without having to resort to mods or cheating or anything like that. It is super, super fun. Super fun. All right, so I got stuck in a dialogue there. Stuck in a dialogue, and now I'm going to get my scrap on. Now, watch me speed up here as I have scrapped this so many times, I can't even tell you. Now, I scrap everything. I don't save anything. Now watch as I scrap this toolbox. If I scrap this toolbox, anything in there, right there, contents transfer to the workbench. So I don't have to actually go and grab the contents out. I can actually scrap it in there. I can also scrap duct tape, so it's adhesive. I can go ahead and scrap those makeshift batteries. If you can actually scrap it down to its base components, you're welcome to do that. Or you can just scrap it. You can just store it in the workbench. Now this, it doesn't let me actually store it in the workbench. Notice how it says scrap. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to get rid of my weapons workbench at the very beginning. That I want to keep. And I'll scrap all these shovels, I'll scrap wrenches and tool racks. I'll just scrap it all. So it's really up to you. You can just kind of store it in the workbench and it will auto scrap it. Or you can manually do all the rest. Get rid of the center block. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. Put this right up here. It's the armor workbench. Now eventually I'm going to move all of this. Now in my previous playthrough what I did was, oh, and there's that traffic cone that we brought in. Remember that? That's rubber and plastic. That's extra resources for us. Now you can actually pick them up by holding down E and walk them into your settlement. You drop them, then go into your settlement mode and then scrap those tires and cones and all of that. So you can pick them up and walk around with them. All right. Again, you'll see me scrap everything I can in here because every resource allows me to build up my settlement just that much better. So again, my favorite is Spectral Island to build. My favorite the style of the actual place is, of course, Sanctuary. So I like the fact that it's like a block. I wish you could go in and fix it back up the way it was originally, tear these houses down and make it perfectly pristine. That would have been an awesome thing to include actually in the game as opposed to having to use a mod to do it. But still cool. You see me tear down the entire buildings. Allow us to build back here. Notice there's a dog thing back here. If you bring dog meat or you send dog meat here to Sanctuary, he'll end up in one of them dog houses. So be aware of that. Be aware of that. You'll see me scrap a lot of this. Now sometimes you can't actually get the fence. Like this one right here I can't get, but that one I can. Like see, you just kind of roll over it. Try to see if it allows you to see if you can get it here. So some of this stuff it cannot be scrapped. So just be aware of that. So again, last time I did that. Now I could also store these in the workshop. Some of them, if it's ones that are able to do that. But everything's got to go. I call that super looting, where you just take every single thing and you break it down into its base components. Now, one of the things you want to watch out for, another Kismet tip for you, watch out for those conditions over there. Look at that. I need some water, right? Watch out for those conditions over there on the side while you're scrapping. You get so focused in on scrapping that all of a sudden you start taking damage and die. So I'm going to go over here, and now that I have a bunch of resources, I'm going to go ahead and create another water thing. You know, remember, if you were watching yesterday, we put a water pump way on that other side. I like to put a water pump way out where I can see it. It's easy to find right here. And then I can walk up there and just drink out of it. Now watch what happens with my water over there. And also you'll see the message up above here. You'll see that message. Kismet, stop using witchcraft. It's spooking me. Rex. There you go. I'm using that witchcraft. How long are you planning on playing Fallout tonight? For 3 hours, Snow Queen. We will play it for 3 hours. I love me some Fallout. I have played this game 1,500 hours. That's right. This is my fourth playthrough. First playthrough, about 500 hours in normal mode. Got to level 91. Got too easy. Went to survival mode. Played that for about 440 hours. Also got a little too easy at level 94. Finished it on the railroad line. And then said, you know what? New survival mode's coming out. Cool. Let's start all over again. So I started all over again. We did that for about 550 hours. 560 hours. Plus, I can't even remember how many now, so many. 560 hours, we'll take that as a guess. And then we did it all the way up to level 120, and we finished it with a Brotherhood line, which was super fun. I love the new survival mode because it makes you play a whole different way. It actually allows you to play more of the game, or utilize more of the game mechanics than you would normally have to. Because, like, I would never eat food or drink water or any of that kind of stuff in any other playthroughs. Then this you have to, otherwise you will die. Like I just had to drink that water out of there, or eventually I'll take so much damage that I will die, especially in early level. Especially in the early level. So make sure that you've got your water squared away, that you have some food from you, and you're going to have some food, by the way, just coming out of the vault, killing all that stuff. Don't throw that food away. That's very important. Very important. Now, you'll see me also start farming and that kind of stuff. I'll show you my tricks to getting your farm going very early on. I'll show you all my stuff. I'll show you all the sweet stuff today. You're going to see all my best things. All my best. And we're going to do a lot of scrapping. I love scrapping, by the way. I could do it all day long. I could do it all day long, and people have watched me do it all day long. Go around and scrap everything. Now, usually I'm more uniform, but I am all over the place today. What's my deal? I need to... Because you want to uniformly go along Spot to spot to spot. Now that I can't scrap. This one can't be scrapped. This can be scrapped. Right here. Right here. Oh. Oh. What is this? What is this thing back here? Oh, we'll come back to it later. Kismet, you're such a tease. You're such a tease, Kismet. I am. I'm much the tease. All right. Clear all that. Now, you've also got some natural barriers here, by the way, if you are defending your base. If you put some turrets right here and those guys come running up there, bye-bye, bros. It's going to mow them down. Same thing here. You want to think about your buildings here. I mean, is there any other doors? Is there any other ways to get to you? Now, I never use these buildings. You totally can. You know, some of these buildings do have some shelter to them. Still have a bit of roof to them, and you can build that out and have that at different places. I have tried that before. But I will actually build them a really nice place for them to live. Now, at the very beginning of the game, I do what I call base building, or basic building, I guess is a better way to describe it. Now, basic building is just putting down some sleeping bags. That's it. So I'm going to scrap all this, try to get as much cotton as I can find here at the top of the game, at the start of the game, and then I'm just going to give them all sleeping bags. And then I'm going to go over to Red Rocket, and you're going to see what we're going to do over there. We're going to turn Red Rocket into a recruiting post. That's what I use Red Rocket for, and that's what I also use the drive-in for. I do not build them up, even late game. I don't have them as an actual settlement. I found that it actually works a lot better to not do that, to not have them as a settlement and just have them as a recruiting area. Because the drive-in is the single greatest place in the game, I find, to recruit people for your settlers. And micromanaging your settlers is a great key to having amazing settlements. Really amazing settlements. Boom. Hey, Kismet, I got a bug in my game. My settlers won't do their job. Oh, send them to another settlement, Nicholas. Send them to another settlement. That should solve it. First playthrough, I never want to do their jobs either. Yes, you got to send them to another settlement so it snaps them out of that. I had that same problem in the past, too. So if you have a question for me, make sure to go ahead and put Kiz or Kismet in the chat and let me know what kind of question. If you've got a question about Fallout 4 or just a general question, you're welcome to go ahead and put them in there. I love to interact with people on the stream. I think it's actually my favorite part of streaming. I don't know why people, you know, there are some people who just never say anything. They're just like, this is like this. Awkward. Awkward. I love interacting. If you're in my channel, you will hear me talk a bit about what I'm doing because I enjoy doing that. I find that's one of my favorite parts. Is kind of learning stuff and saying, hey, look what we learned, everybody, and then we kind of learn it together. It's kind of like a shared learning, which is super fun. Super fun. All right. So again, we're going to scrap, and then we're going to have fun building here later on. Now, this is the work part of the fun that's later, right? So you go in, and I'm just going to scrap this stuff instead of putting it in the workbench this time. Normally I put it in the workbench. That I am not going to scrap. That I'm going to pick up. If it says the word bottle at the end, do not scrap it. Do not scrap it for any reason because you can use it for food later. The scary alien. The scary alien. The scary alien. Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet team. That's a good one. I like that one. I like that one. All right. Show the scary alien some love in the chat. I just wanted to say that. That's awesome. That is so cool. Oh, look what we found here. Grognok the Barbarian. All right, look, and we hits with unarmed melee attacks permanently do 5% more damage. I forgot that was even there. We got ourselves a door down here. Let's scrap that. And again, we're just going to run around and we are going to scrap a whole bunch of stuff. Then we're going to get to the building. Again, you're going to see me do a lot of what I call super looting, where I go around and I pick up every single thing in the instance. Now, why do I do that? Well, because I want to build up my settlements. Now, the more I build up my settlements, you could eventually become an awesome settlement overseer like me, and then make 100,000 bottle caps every few days in game. You're like, Kismet, oh, come on, you ain't making no 100,000. Well, not in the very beginning, but over time, as you build up your settlement, you will make a bunch of caps just on purified water alone. Or you can do jet, or you can do whatever you want to do. I don't do jet because it feels like I'm a drug dealer. So I do purified water, which you know, if I was really there, if I was really this really happened, right, and you're stuck in the wasteland, what would be the thing you'd want to produce? Well, food and water would be the most valuable resource. Then probably the next thing would be lodging, right? Having people have a house. Well, that's what we're doing right now. We're building up a place for people to live. So those would be the top 3 professions that I would look into to get yourself established in any kind of post-apocalyptic area. As we can see, now as you see, I'm trying to be very thorough here. I'm trying to see all the stuff on the ground, trying to grab stuff. Again, just hitting R and then E on the PC. Super fun. I love scrapping. I love it because I know it pays off later. Some people this might not be your thing, and that's okay. You don't have to actually do any settlement stuff at all. You really don't. You can play the whole game all the way through and not do it. If you're kind of a speed runner, you want to just do it as fast as possible and not do anything, well, go for it. It's your game. You can play it however you want. But the great thing is, my game, I can play it however I want. And I love building settlements. I love doing it. And I'd love to try to improve my settlements each time I play better and better. In the way that they defend themselves, in the way that they're set up. I always do them differently. I never do exactly the same. Even if I found some super magic way that always works every single time, I would not build them the same way. Because basically you're not going to push yourself forward in your building. So I always try to do that. I always try to push myself forward. Again, watch me scrap that suitcase. Contents transferred to the workbench. So I don't have to actually even go in there. Now you're going to do the same thing with safes. You can actually store the safe or scrap the safe. And it will put it in the workbench sometimes. I found that last time I did this that some of them put it in the workbench and some of them did not. So be wary of putting safes or scrapping safes and having the stuff in the workbench. There's one that does it. See how that one did it, but all these don't? Also, by the way, the best way to check these is to go up. Sometimes you can get them if you kind of look up. But these ones here in the corner, you can't scrap. Those kind of ones there. This one you can get. That one you can get. These ones over here you can get. But for some reason, those particular ones in that one corner there doesn't want to let you get. Now, I'll come back and do all the houses, by the way. I'm just doing all of this stuff. Doing some scrapping. Again, we're doing a melee playthrough. That was super fun yesterday. We were chopping some people's heads off. We went over there. We took on the Deathclaw. We cleared out the Deathclaw thanks to fate lending a hand. And then we got everybody over here, and now we're starting on our settlements. Now, getting a great start in the new survival mode, which is what I'm playing in. So I'm playing melee new survival mode, which is 10 to 100 times harder than any other mode. There's Dogmeat's house there. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there for right now. Scrap all this other stuff just laying around. Again, some of the stuff I could store in the workbench, like that ball and things like that, but I'm just going to scrap it. Got that fence there. And I'll usually come back and do it like a double check, make sure there's nothing I missed, because I'm going to need every bit of this resources over time, because I'm not only going to use these resources here at Sanctuary, but I'm also going to use them at Abernathy Farm over there. Now this, I'm going to go ahead and store. Now notice the difference. Store the doghouse in the workshop. You can store an unlimited amount of things pretty much. I mean, actually there is a limit, but it feels like there isn't a limit. I can store the doghouse, and then I can run, get out of the workshop, and then I can run way over here. So I don't have to pick it up and walk it over there. I can just store it in the workbench. I can store an entire house in the workbench. I can store a massive amount of stuff in the workbench and just walk it over here, go back in here and say, okay, where's that doghouse? So we'll go in, we'll try to find it if I can remember where those are. I think it's furniture, miscellaneous, because they move everything around every time they send in an update, so sometimes I forget where they move stuff to. But we'll try it in here. Let's see. Not furniture. Tables, no. Containers, let's try. Not decorations. I don't think. Containers, shelves, tables. I thought it was miscellaneous. Did I go past it? Let's see. Again, they love to move stuff around on me. Maybe it is decorations. Yes, there it is. All right. So sometimes it could have always been there, but because they move everything around, sometimes I go, did they move that or did they not move it? Is it in the same spot it was before or not? But that's okay. It happens. It happens. All right, let's hit some of this stuff on the way by. We got all the back of that done. We can add those street lamps back later if we want. Again, I'm going to build Sanctuary very different than I built last time. Put some of this stuff here in the road. And scrap all that stuff. Get rid of these cars, tires. I love me some scrapping. And I scrap the fastest you'll find. Super fast. Again, I hate it when it does that. I tried to back up down in the menu and it logs out. And I scrap pretty fast, so you're going to see me do this in just a few minutes. I'm going to do the whole entire sanctuary. You can do it pretty fast, and then you'll have a mass amount of wood. Now again, go easy on the wood. The wood very early game as well. Really even late game is very rare. So don't burn too much wood. Then you'll be out of wood, and you're trying to make yourself some stairs or something like that, and you'll be like, "Dope, I'm out of wood. I've got to go find some." The best way to get wood in the game, you're going to think, what NPC has the most wood? Nope. Actually, the best way to get wood, go find another settlement. Go find another settlement and scrap the wood from that particular settlement. This I'm going to go ahead and pick up. And I'm going to walk it over here. Now, you notice I'm not walking it over that way. I'm going to actually walk it over here by the bridge. And for those who haven't seen my little bridge set up yet, what I do is right here, because eventually I'm going to be walking away from Sanctuary, coming in and out of Sanctuary here as I go over to Abernathy Farm that way and Red Rocket. So I've got a bed to sleep and save, because I'm in the new survival mode. It's the only way I can save. I've got food and the chemistry station over here to work with. So I start scrapping on my way back. Signs and all the stuff I can find here. Away. Again, we'll try to... What I try to do is, you know, scrap differently, actually, each time, too. Sometimes I start with the houses, and I go house by house. Sometimes I do the outside, which is what I'm doing right now. I want to kind of add variety to it. I don't do it the same way every single time. That becomes a grind. Don't make your games into grinds. Make sure they are fun, right? That's the whole point of playing the game in the first place, is to have fun playing it. And that's why I've got so many hours out of Fallout. I try to vary that fun each and every time I play. Like so. Like so, like so. Boom. Now, also you want to keep your little green cursor, which you can see right there in the middle of the screen. Let me show you my red arrow. Boom! I go above and beyond everybody else. Check that out right here. There's a little green dot right here in the middle of your screen. That you want to kind of roll over the ground sometimes. It looks like there's nothing there. But if you roll over it, sometimes you'll find some additional resources just laying around out here. So I kind of use that little green dot as kind of a search engine for searching extra resources that you may not have found before. Like running along those edges and searching for them. Like you saw there. So it works pretty great. Works pretty great. Okay, so we've kind of made it all the way back to the other end of the city here. I'm going to go ahead and start with this house right here. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and scrap that. I'm just going to put whatever the contents of that is in the workbench. And let's go ahead and just do everything in and out of this particular house. I only need one dog house so I can control where dog meat ends up. Should I lose dog meat. Again, all this resources, just think of it as settlements. Not only this settlement, but other settlements. Scrap all that out. I see a post there. Looking good. Now again, there's some stuff on the ground there. Scrap that. Scrap these. You might be like, Kismet, wait a minute. Why are you taking all the fences down, bro? Or you're not going to have any defenses. Oh, I'll have some defenses, all right. I'll have some serious defenses. Anything that pokes his head in this settlement is going to die from really, really far away. Boom. Like that. There we go. And we'll get this going on right here. There we go. What happens sometimes if you miss that scrapping, what'll happen is it'll flip up and down in the menu. That's what keeps messing me up there. Scrap that one. Anything else to scrap there? No. Alright, let's go in the house. Start scrapping the house out. Now again, we need to be watching for safes and stuff. I'm not going to save any of this. Eventually, I will build them a nice mega build. By the way, sometimes there's stuff on the ceiling. Sometimes there's paintings on the wall that you can get rid of. I just scrap everything I can find. Oh, look at those trays. Those trays are good. Aluminum. You're going to need a lot of that later on. I like me lots of those trays. Same thing here with coffee cups. Ceramic. You use that later on as well. Again, just being very thorough. Make sure to get rid of all the stoves you can. There's cabinets you can get rid of. And I'll go back into every house and do it. Now, notice how I got rid of the door. Then I'm going to get rid of the fridge. And then here's a bottle, right? No, do not scrap the bottle. I might have scrapped one or two here. Do not scrap bottles. Those you want to collect. So, again, you can make food. You're going to need a whole lot of food. Let's look up here on the wall. Any paintings? No. Anything on the ceiling we can get? Nope. Got a phone here on the wall or something. Something. Got some dog food that we can take. Back on the workbench. There we go. Scrap the extinguisher. There's a painting. Can't get rid of these lights. There's another painting. And we've got the mirror, which is going to store in the workbench. Ceramics. I love me some scrapping. Again, we need to watch the floor to see if we run into any wow, brain. Any of those safes. Wow, how about that for great timing? How about that for great timing?
If I only had a bobby pin.
Oh, I don't have my bobby pins. Alright, we'll come back for it. Let's go ahead and run out here. I think we got most of it. Let's run out here. Now, I'm going to go to the workbench. You'll be like, wait a minute, Kismet, the workbench is that way. Why are you going this way? Well, because I can use these crafting stations also as a workbench. Let's see if I've got them here. There they are. Awesome. Awesome. Wipes your tears away. Good night, you beautiful people. Oh, good night, Rex. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Catnip, what's up? Good evening, good evening. I hope you're having a great night. Thanks for hanging out. Got Spartan hanging out. Sup, Spartan? We got Nicholas. But only food, Nod. The stuff I want them to do. Yes. Just move them to another settlement and then move them back. They should snap out of their problem. And if they don't snap out of their problem, send them to Boston Airport, one of the most useless settlements in the game, though it does have a purpose. I did learn that playing through the Brotherhood storyline. I was like, oh, that's what this settlement's all for. But I'm not going to spoil it for you. Not going to spoil it, though. You can watch it on my YouTube. Eventually, that will come up there. Thanks to all my lurkers hanging out tonight. Hope you're all having a great night. Beach Jump says, your defense system is the best I've seen for this game. I use it in all my settlements now. Thank you, Bleach Jump. Thank you. I think I'm probably most known for the Kismet Kill Box. It is super, super fun. And it's just fun to stand up there and watch them get annihilated for all the times they came in and just like wrecked your settlements, right? Just watch them get annihilated. Go, ha ha, that's what you get for killing my peeps and taking my stuff. That's what you get. All right, let's unlock.
Pick this.
Oh, it's too difficult. That's right. I don't have my pick stuff going on yet. That's right. Did I even go into picks? I don't think I've even gone into it yet. I think it's too far down the line. Yeah, locksmith. I don't have it. Now, I could scrap it and wait for it to go into the workbench, but sometimes it doesn't work. So I just save that for later. Hopefully I remember. Hopefully. We'll find out. Okay, so that house is scrapped. Let's go to the next one. We'll look and make sure that we got everything over here. We'll just kind of do a little glance around. Dead bug there. And we'll go ahead and get the mailbox. Bunch of tires out here to get. As you can see, wow, we pretty much did the bulk of the whole entire thing just that fast. And then again, we'll go in here, R-E, 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 R-E. We're scrapping, 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 scrapping. There you go. I just made that song up on the fly. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're scrapping. Ding, 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 ding. A little improvisation there. Of the old, oh, I just put something down. Of the old, I-ho there. I think I just put that outside the window. Let's go see. Let's go see that fail fish when I was trying to scrap. Sometimes I go a little bit too fast for the game, and it does that kind of stuff. Yep, grab it. And it does that kind of stuff where it flips between what I'm doing and whatever is I have selected here. My bad, I tried to rush it. I tried to rush it. All right, let's keep going. Keep going. Now, this stuff you can't scrap, which is a huge bummer because that's a bunch of metal right there. If I was really there, I would totally scrap that. We are using pistols and melee weapons, by the way, in this playthrough. So I can use pistols for turrets, and I just use melee for everything else. All right, then we go and we read this stuff. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to show you Kismet's trick to the terminals, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3.
I'm through.
And there you go. How was that? That was an awesome tip. Look how you got it done. Just like that. What? What just happened? How'd you do that, Kismet? What I do is I click on the first 3, and then I hit tab to get out before it locks itself. Then I go back in, I click on the last 3, and then I get tab to get out. And then I go in, and I click at some in the middle, and then if I'm not that lucky and I don't get all those, then I do it the normal way. But other than that, I just like 3-click and then hit tab. Much faster. All right. And I've already looked at all this stuff before, so I'm just going to quickly go through it. If you want to watch all this, you can check it out in my previous playthroughs. Whenever I do something for the first time, I usually read it, but since I've already read this several times, we will go through them very quickly. Now, why do I do that? I go through these very quickly in case they unlock a location on my map, so that I can unlock it very early in the game here. And I'll get out of there. And then, hasta la vista, baby. Disarm that. Disarm that. Get some thing. I can't, there we go. Let's see if we can get this open here. Now, again, I just press it very gingerly. Just kind of hit A. Just a little bit. A. Try to get the turn. Then I move it down. Now, I have played Skyrim recently, and I discovered, that's where that came from. Totally a Skyrim thing. I played it for the very first time when the special edition came out. I lost the pick there. I just gotta be more gentle. There we go.
Got it.
And we got all that stuff out of there. And then once I got it out of there, because sometimes the safe does not do it. Now, here's an important Kismet tip. You ready? Be paying attention. This one here, you want to scrap the thing on the top first, usually, unless it's something that'll drop to the ground. But in this case, I want to scrap the drawer first, then the safe. Otherwise, what happens is it does both of them, and sometimes you don't get the resources for both, which really sucks. Which really sucks, because all that resources that you need are not there. Same thing here with this box. So get the box first, then the file cabinet. Same thing with a refrigerator. Get the door first, and then get the refrigerator. You get more resources in the long run. In the long run. And get that box. I don't see any more stuff on the ground here. Again, anything that's in these, I'm not going to bother to actually go and scrap each one of these things. Or to collect all the stuff out of them. I'll just scrap them and they'll go in the workbench. Oh, I forgot the thing on the top there. See, like that. See, that whole thing just vanishes together. Again, I will not use any of this. I just want the resources. The resources so I can build my own stuff. I love to build. Again, we'll look down on the ground, see if there's any safes or anything. And I will call that one cleared. Also look on the walls to see if you missed any paintings, or you can also try the stuff on the ceiling. Only very few of these actually allow you to get rid of the stuff on the ceiling. And now we're good. So we got that house done, and we got this house done. Let's keep on rolling. Look for anything else that we might have missed out here in the yard. And there's a welcome mat. We'll go with that. Oh, hold on. Melee time! Come on, baby. What you got? What you got? Come on. Miss me. Thanks for your help, buddy. Backing me up. Preston, my buddy, backing me up. Now, if you guys weren't in the stream yesterday, and you got a problem with Preston, let me ask you an easy question. Now, if Preston came up and said, hey, would you like to do this quest? And you had the option between yes and no, would you like Preston more?
I hate wasting ammo on those things.
See, when he comes up and says, hey, I got this new settlement that needs this help, right? If you could just say, no, not right now, would you like him more? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Let's see. Nicholas hanging out. What's up? Hi, Kismet. What facts are you going to go play with through this time? I am going to try to do the happy ending where everybody is happy on this playthrough. Now, I have been sent a link on how to do that. I am going to try to do it. The Mechanist has hacked. All right. Kismet stream has always included building and always will. There's plenty of other players out there that want to rush through the game, but Kismet wishes to go slow. Enjoy every aspect. Exactly. I like to get a lot of time and enjoyment out of this stuff. The money I spent on this game. You spend $60 on this game, then buy the DLC another $50. It's $110, and then you rush through it in 10 hours and say, "There's nothing to do in this game. There's nothing to do. I don't like this game. It sucks." Right? Well, there's nobody to blame but you because this game has a massive amount of stuff to do. You can do tons of side quests. You can do tons of other things. You can run through the storyline 4 different times. You can play in survival mode and non-survival mode. You can play all the modes in between if you want to. You can play it just melee like I am right now. You can do just so many things. You can one thing you could be Mr. Nice Guy. The next playthrough you could be Mr. Mean Guy and be mean to all your companions if you want to be. There's just so much to do. And I appreciate the hard work that makes that happen. That's not just, one guy sitting in a room. There ain't just one guy making his game. There's a whole team of people that work their butt off to make this as great as it is. And I appreciate that. Now, I'm not sponsored by Bethesda. I'm not sponsored by anybody. So I can tell you whatever I want. I can tell you the straight up truth. And if it sucked, I would tell you it sucked. Because that's the way I am. Because I believe you should be very truthful in what you do in your life and also in game. I don't sell products just because I want to make $1. I go in and I tell the truth. Because I think people respond to that much more than if you're in there saying, oh, well, I love this product because blah, 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 blah. That's all the people hear anyway. Blah, 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 blah. But I enjoy it. I have a great time. Now, it's your game. You can play it however you want. But if you're going to be in my stream, you're going to see me do a lot of building. You're going to see me do a lot of fun stuff that I enjoy. Because it's my game, and I can play it however I want. It's your game. You can play how you want in your game. And that's what I enjoy. I enjoy the building. I enjoy the scrapping and all of that. All right, so we got the second house done. And again, the reward of this comes later. Of taking this extra time, especially here in the very beginning of the game. Taking this extra time to get all the resources gathered, put it in the workbench or scrap it out, and then you get your build on, which you'll see me do here in just a bit. We'll get our build on. We'll start attracting other settlers over here, and I will show you guys how to get Sanctuary set up pretty quick early in the game. Again, I'm going to do the door first, then I'm going to do the refrigerator. And this is a tin can. We're going to grab that. That's a bottle. I don't want to scrap that. Hopefully I haven't been going too fast and scrapping too many bottles. Sometimes I do that. I go really fast and I scrap those bottles. I scrap those bottles. Do not be scrapping the bottles. See, now that thing you can scrap underneath it and still get the caps, which is good. Oh, there it is. There's a nice bottle. And again, we're going to use those bottles for food later. Again, get the stuff on the top first and then the stuff underneath it. Desk fan, cabinet thing, and then again, content stored in the workbench. And can't get the thing on top there. And clearing. And I don't have the lockpick skill to do some of these some of these things you'll find, those safes. So some of them I may just leave, and we'll do those later. I get rid of everything. I don't save anything. There's no reason to save it unless you just want the aesthetic value of it. I'm not going to use any of these houses. Not going to use any of them. They are pretty much useless. Pretty much useless because you are the overseer. You are the awesome overseer, and you can choose where everybody lives. Now, just so you know, not all of these things... So feisty. Not all of these things are scrappable. See this? I can't go in and I can't scrap all that out. This is originally my house, I believe. Trifold stuff in there. I'd like to scrap the doors in here, but it don't let me. All right, this way. We'll check in here. Grab that mirror. Everything's going to get dropped in the workbench. And boom. Handy. More stuff into the workbench. And this used to be my house before it got blowed up. Picture frame down there. The baby. All right, I'm special. I'm special. Now here's the problem with this. Look at this. Once you choose, you have no way of changing it back. So normally what I do is I start with Charisma 10 and then I put it in Charisma because then I have a Charisma 11, which is pretty awesome. But this time I'm going to go with Intelligence to try to boost my Intelligence up. A pretty fun little thing to find there. Let's scrap these blocks. And one of these days, probably hundreds of hours from now, I will go look for my son. I will go look for him and try to find him. He's out there somewhere. He's out there somewhere. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. By the way, if you didn't notice, if you guys were watching yesterday, basically at the very beginning of the game, you actually see your son. Not just when you're going to the vault, but you see him somewhere. So next time you play through and you're running up to the gate, look around for your son. I'm not going to tell you where he's at. You got to look for it. When the bombs go off and you're like, oh, I got to run to the vault. Look around, see if you find your son somewhere. You look around. It's trippy to watch it when you run through again and then you realize, oh my gosh, wait a minute. That's him right there. That's trippy. Or it looks like him. Looks just like him. Again, not going to spoil it, but watch for that. Not going to tell you where, not going to tell you when. Well, maybe a little when. Maybe a little when, but... Oh, don't do that, Marcy. Marcy is the most creepy one in the game. I can't wait to send her somewhere else. I'm going to totally send her somewhere else this time. Store that workbench. Crap. Ah, darn it. More bottles. Grab those bottles. You can now, by the way, they did update the game. No. No, cancel. Cancel, cancel. Just trying to scrap, bro. Just trying to scrap. You're in my way. Didn't want to pick that up. I don't want to pick it up. I want to scrap it. Alright, so I'm scrapping all this stuff out of here. Marcy! Sitting around on your butt. Scrap that chair. I want to scrap that chair and she's sitting on it. I could get her off of there, by the way, if I really wanted to. I really wanted to. Can't scrap the top of that one, so we gotta get rid of that. Now here's what happens. If you leave chairs, that'll happen, where your NPCs will just end up in that, just go sit in chairs in various houses. So there's another great reason to do that. Now again, I could store that chest there. I got everything. I could store this safe, but it doesn't always store all the content, so it makes me a little nervous to do that. I've had it work sometimes and sometimes not work at the very beginning of the game. So I don't worry about it. And I just kind of opened it up myself here. And don't worry, you're going to break some bobby pins. At some point in the game, I will literally have like 800 bobby pins. I have just so many that it's not even funny. It's not even funny. I'll have like a bazillion of them. Bazillion of them. I don't care if I break them. All right, another house cleared. And on to the next one. Over here. Over here. Let me catch up on chat a little bit. I would like him 100% more as a Spartan. The goal for the current playthrough is settlement building because you've already said that's what Kiz has done for 1,500 hours. Well, for a lot. For a lot of the hours I've done that. I'd say about 80% of the hours is building. Kiz couldn't do a jet run because he needs those resources for an hour settlement. Yeah, I could go do jet and all that stuff, but I don't know. Yeah. That I already know that, Catnip. We were trying to find that mod. We couldn't find it. I did the scrap all search in the mods because we actually tried mods for the very first time last time. I think it was on Wednesday actually. So we did on Wednesday, and then like the search engine is terrible, which I'm very surprised at for finding mods. There we go. Are you going to build a mega sorter this playthrough? Absolutely, Lord Winter. Kismet, you can't do a melee run if you don't focus on strength. Yes, I do have a lot of strength. Let's check it out. I actually started with a lot of strength. Right here. Boom. For me, anyway, that's a lot of strength. Check it out. I started with 6 strength right at the very beginning. That's a lot for me. Normally, I would go Charisma 10. But I only went Charisma 6 so I could get the trading between the different settlements later on. So, yeah. If you want to see the perks, all you got to do is hit perks. Now, again, if you do have a question or comment for me, make sure to put Kiz or Kismet in there so it'll highlight in red. All you have to do is just type K-I-S, Kiz, or Kismet, and say, hi, Kismet, how you doing? Or, Kismet, I have a question about this. Or, Kismet, I have a comment about this. It'll highlight in red, even attach itself to the top of my chat so I don't miss your comment or question in the stream. You're not going to level your strength up. Pretty important to me to play through. Yes, I am. Kiz, I like Garvey as he is. Even if he tells me about settlements in need, you don't have to go. That's true, Rotherham. Exactly. I like Preston. I think he looks out for the small guy. It's in Nexus Mod Manager. Yeah, Spartan. Yeah, Sister Wolf told me about that, and I will eventually try those out again. But I wasn't that quite impressed. I did like the Superman one. The Superman one was fun. I was like flying around like Superman. I was going in there and I was super punching stuff. That one was a lot of fun. There's a whole bunch of other fun ones that we tried, jetpack ones and things. You could have like a personal jetpack instead of having like the power armor jetpack, and you could just fly up and you could super jump, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun doing those mods. But again, I'm kind of a purist. I like to play with those achievements, and I like to play where everybody else can do whatever I'm doing. So, you know, if you can't get the mods like on PS4, or if you can't, which eventually is going to get mods, they say that eventually you'll have it. Oh, look at that tray. Give me that tray. Bottles. Don't scrap the bottles. Pick those up. And so I like to play totally legit. That's just the way I like to play. It's more. I find it more fun. More fun than trying to cheat or shortcut, because it just steals away part of the journey, right? It just shortens your overall game time you're gonna have. And I know it seems quicker at the time, but actually in the long run, I guess it is quicker in the long run, because you're quicker, then you're done with the game. You don't want to play it anymore. I guess it's quicker in that way. But I want to play the game. I enjoy it. I want to get the most out of my money that I spent on my games. You will find me not rushing. I don't speed run. I don't do all of that, because I think that's a huge waste of money. Like, wow, I just wasted $110 because I sped through the game and said, oh well, nothing else to do. Derp, 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 derpy, derpy, derp. You know, I don't do that. I don't do that. But you know, hey, some people are awesome at speed running. And that is amazing skill, too. That takes a lot of time and effort. But for me, I play the game to just enjoy the game. I'm not trying to impress people with my speed running skills or my playing skills. Maybe a little bit of my building skills. That may be a little bit of trying to impress some peeps. But I wouldn't say trying to get the game done as quick as possible is my goal. All right, now we're going to go down this root cellar before we do that last house. And we're going to find some goodies down here. Now, it's a great place to be in an electrical storm down here in this little bunker because the electrical storm will not give you radiation. So whenever that happens early in the game, come over here to this kind of hidden bunker back here. And there's a lot of goodies up in here. Now, I can't scrap in here, so I can't go into the workshop mode. You'll see me just kind of go back and forth. But I can pick up a ton of resources. Get them all, get them all, get them all. Just hitting E a whole lot. There's bottles here. That's going to be great for food. I've got some cans and stuff, which is going to be great for resources. I usually kind of walk around and look inside these. Sometimes there's stuff actually down in there. I forget if it's in here or elsewhere. Then again, I'm going to grab everything. Oh, I slept for an hour. And again, you can, if there's a storm or whatever, you can come in here and sleep. Wait for that storm to pass. Look at that. Gold bars. Gold bars. Think about gold bars. Nice gold bars. Some brews in here. You want to kick back and have a brew? Get all that stuff at the top again. Super loot, all that. Get it all. Get it all. You're going to need it all. You're going to need it all for them settlements. All right. Can't get in that one yet. Can't get in that yet. I haven't unlocked advanced, but we'll come back at some point and get that. And out we go. Out we go. Dee 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 dee. Add immersion instead of silly stuff with a lot of cool ones. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Spartan. I only use Don't Call Me Settler mod. It's nice to have people with names in my settlements. I know, Rotherham. That would be nice. To give them their own unique names. There we go. Aw, Chewy's being sweet. Dee 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 dee. Kappa. Kappas. Yep. Pistols, grenades, so on. I've played through again 4 times. This is my 4th time through. If you would like to see some other playthroughs and how I got started in those playthroughs and all I did in those and the super builds that I did and all of that stuff, you can find it all on my YouTube channel. I have literally terabytes of videos over there of all of my playthroughs. And you can see highlights as well of all of those super builds that I did, the ones here at Sanctuary, the ones at Spectacle Island and elsewhere. And you'll see me super build again, for sure. We'll definitely be doing some more super building. All right, one more house to go. Actually, let's turn our light on because it's getting dark. As always, always doing so much looting that it gets dark. Again, start from the top, work your way down. A ton of stuff in here. Again, get the top one underneath it. All of this stuff. I'm going to take that. Get the thing first, then this. These. Get the chair first, then that. There we go. Sometimes scrapping in order does help. And again, over here we're going to get the door first. Then we'll get the item. This cabinet up here. Oh. Scaring me there, Cogsworth. Scaring me, bro. Now, I believe this is the house where you can take out the ceiling lamps, yes. Now, the great thing about ceiling lamps is they have glass and steel, which will be useful later. And this guy hanging out over here on the side with a 10mm pistol. You're going to permanently have a corpse in this house. I guess unless you come over here and just try to bump them out of here. Bump. Bump. Try that for about 4 hours. No thanks. No thanks. And clear the bed. Radio. And cigarette carton. Dead bug. Stuff on top first and stuff underneath. Alright, almost done. That wasn't too bad. Not too bad. Got that safe there. And try to get in there. Cogsworth in the way. And that wasn't too bad. That was pretty fast. Pretty fast. Alright, let's see what level this is. See if we can open this up. Oh yeah. Again, you want to go very easy on those. Just kind of hold down A or W until it kind of hits that edge and then let go of the key. Otherwise, it'll break it every time. Sometimes you can just kind of ease it in there. Ease it. I hear them banging on that house over there. Marcy!
Help out or get lost.
Ah, so tempting. So tempting! I'm gonna put her in the stockade. It's like the first thing I'm gonna do. Put her in the... I'm gonna build a stockade. I'm gonna put Marcy in it. Now, they love to come over here and bang on this yellow house. It drives me crazy. It ain't ever going to be fixed. It ain't ever going to be better. But they love to come over there and bang on it. I can't move people. I can move Sturgis and them now out of here. I'm going to probably move them all to Red Rocket and actually have more settlers. But I've never done that in a playthrough yet. I haven't actually moved them away from the main sanctuary, which they've added the ability to do that recently. All right, again, I'm just going to walk around kind of this outer area, see if I've gotten everything. Looks like I have. All right, all that. Let's clear the rest of this. Again, sometimes you'll just be walking in and out of here and you'll run into stuff that you might have missed. Oh. There was something there. Or I hit the NPC. Oh, I hit the NPC. Okay, now we've got that going on. Now, we're going to eventually have some really nice person end up right here, standing right here. We're going to use them to help us set up our farm. But that's pretty good. Now, we don't want to have to do all that again. And again, I'm in the new survival mode, which is about 10 to 100 times harder than the other modes. We only really got one house left to do, and that's this house. I'm going to go ahead and clear everything out of here. I don't care if they don't like it or not. I am removing it all, because I'm going to use the resources to their benefit, which eventually in the long run will be to everyone's benefit. And get rid of the radio. Keep my bed there. In. All that. Sometimes there's stuff around this corner. Various houses. Again, notice I'm not going around looting everything first. I'm not going into this cabinet and getting everything out. I'm just letting it drop into the workbench. And if I need it... Oh, darn it. I forgot. I didn't get the top one first. Throwing me off, dude. Creepy. Get out of there. Creepy guy. Creepy guy. Get out of the chair, bro. No sitting in the chair. No slacking. Sitting in the chair. Now, one thing I did find out in my previous playthrough in the new survival mode is the fact that you can control where the vertibirds land. So later on, I'm going to just do some preemptive planning. If I go ahead and put the quick travel thing down, I can't quick travel. I can't quick travel in the new survival mode. And again, all the mobs are harder. I hit harder, they hit me harder. But if I want to land the vertibird, I usually want to land it right about here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that fast travel target there, so when I come in on the vertibird, I'll land right there and be close to the actual settlement. And I think that's it. I think we got the bulk of it. Not all of it. That was pretty thorough. Pretty thorough. Okay, again, let's go ahead. Now that we got everything done, we're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and save. Let's go ahead and save for another 6 hours. Get some rest so that we can start building our farm. Hi, honeys, I'm home, says Jazz Sands. My favorite ones are the one, the immersion. I read that one. Do it, Kismet. We might get some meaty gameplay. Yeah, we might. We might.
Do you have a moment?
Kids, how do you send them away? Do I need local leaders, supply routes? No. That is actually one of the ways that you can send anything. Oh. Don't mention it, bro.
Don't mention it.
Everybody wants to talk.
You guys have been through hell, huh?
You have no idea. In these past few months, we've lost everything. My son, he's gone.
You failed him. Oh my gosh, what a harsh response.
I understand how you feel. I lost someone too.
But you and I, we're still here, right? We have to go on. For them.
That's the way to look at it. Positive way to look at it, bro.
One of these houses would be a good place to set up some beds.
Shut up. Shut up, Sturgis. Don't tell me what to do. All right. So I put that down. Now, speaking of beds, that's exactly what we're going to do next. That was like foreshadowing. What I'm going to do is go ahead and make these beds. Now, look how I scrapped everything. Look how many beds I can make. Can you see how many beds? Can you see it? Let me point it out to you. Right here. Boom. This is how many beds that you can build right at the beginning of the game. 65. 65 sleeping bags. So that is like 3 settlements worth of places for them to sleep. Now again, this is going to be a basic build. I have 3 levels. The basic build, which is where I usually start all settlements at. I throw down some sleeping bags, some mute fruit or whatever food I can find, and then just get them going and then try to build some basic turrets for them to defend themselves. That's it. That's all I start with. And then I will go to super builds, which are ones for making you money. Then from the super builds, we will then go to the mega builds, which are just pretty much for fun. Pretty much for fun and to make it more aesthetically interesting. Now, I could build them a building right now, but that's a waste of time and a waste of resources. All I'm going to do is literally just throw these down on the ground. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Kismet, why are you doing so many? Why are you doing that many sleeping bags at the very beginning? Well, 1, I can. There's 1. There's 20, by the way. 20, and then there's 21, 22, 23. Now, why do I do 23? Well, based on my charisma, I can have up to about 21 people here. Now, my charisma is really low right now, so I can't have 21 people here. Eventually, I will get my charisma to maximum. That's one of the first things I work on, is either I start with max charisma or I work toward max charisma. So my settlements have a lot of people, so they can be working on a lot of stuff, right? Sorry, I had to sneeze. Didn't want to sneeze in your ear. Okay, so now we've got our settlements squared away with beds. So let's go talk to dude about beds now.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of clean water.
I'm on it. Clean water coming up.
Great. Thanks again.
Already done.
Hey, Sturgis.
I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply of clean water. I hope you don't mind me asking for some more help, but our food supplies are running low. If we're gonna settle here, we'll need to get some crops established.
I'll get started.
I'll start planting right away.
Good deal.
Okay, now the reason why I got the water done just like instantly is because I already have 2 water things. I have a water here and a water at the very beginning. See, now I had already preemptively thought that before I had even got to that quest. Now it's really actually not going to be enough because right now I have water of 6, right? And I have 5 people, but eventually I'm going to have more people. And I like to set everything to be like at least 21 of whatever it is, 21 or 24, because that's the way the math works out. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and do 21 water right here at the very beginning. And we won't really have to worry about it again. So we're going to do it right here at the start. There we go. Now, also what's going to happen is I leveled up. That's a cool thing there. As well as what's going to happen there is any excess water that's being produced, I will get that excess water in the workbench every few days, and I can use that water to survive as well if I'm wandering about. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do our level up. We're going to put that into intelligence. We're trying to get gun nut, which we already added that extra point when we found that special book. And now we can go ahead and put that into gun nut. Now we can do those turrets. See, again, everything interacts with each other. So again, right here at the top of the screen, we have now got 21. And we've got 5 people so far, but we need to put up ourselves a radio beacon. So let's go ahead and start with that next. So we're going to do some power. And this is basically how I start. This is how you get a fantastic start in the game. Now, I put my stuff up high because I don't like it to get broken. Right, so I'm going to try to just put it up here on the edge of the roof. Like so. So you can just start with just a real easy thing. Oh, that's not there. It's over here. You can start with just a small generator and then try to build the radio beacon. Now, what is it we're missing? Crystal. We're missing crystal. Now, I happen to know where to get crystals from. But first, we're going to save, because we just did a whole lot of stuff that we don't want to have to redo. So let's go ahead and just do a quick save. That's the only way to save, again, in the new survival mode, is to sleep. Sometimes it takes a real long time, like that. And we're going to kind of hoof it over to the next area. Now, we are running low on food, and I'm going to go until I actually start taking damage from the food, from no food. And then I will eat to show you guys you don't have to worry about it too much. I haven't worried about it all this time. Oh, look, there's some stuff I missed. There's always a couple things. No matter how thorough I run through. I always find a couple things as I'm going. Again, there's that water there, that other pump. And then, of course, we have the ability to save up here and all of that. I don't like to save too much. Every now and again. Now, here's a tire right here. Let's go ahead and pick up this tire. Pick that up. Run with it. And we're going to throw it over here at Red Rocket. Ready? Set. Throw! Over there. That was fun. Let's run back over here. Look, another tire. Let's pick it up. Holding down the E key until it picks it up. Then you can let go of the E key if you're on PC or whatever your action key is on console. And let's throw that down there. Now, you don't have to really throw it. You can just drop it on the ground. But I find throwing it more fun. Now, here I am at Red Rocket. And I need crystal. Now, where can you get crystal from? Where is it at? Where are you hiding? I know it's in here. It's here somewhere. Maybe I already scrapped it. I might have already scrapped it. Hey, dog meat, keep it down over there. Keep it down over there. I think I might have already scrapped it. Well, there's a telephone in here. That is where the crystal is. It's usually in here. Let's go ahead and see if it's in the workshop. Ah, there it is right there. Yep. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do when I'm done here scrapping everything is pull everything out of the workbench. Now, see these workbenches right here? Those are nice looking workbenches, aren't they? Oh, and they're full of wood and rubber. I'm going to scrap them. Let's get our scrap on. Let's do it. We're going to scrap everything. Scrap it, scrap it, scrap it all. I don't even keep any of the workbenches or nothing. This whole entire area is going to be nothing but a recruit area. Scrap everything. Even the little stuff. Scrap. We'll keep the workbench going. Scrap, scrap. Open the door. Now we've kind of got rid of the mole rats. Again, notice the mole rats still there. By the way, still there. They're going to be there for a while. Traffic cones. Scrap all of this stuff. And let's get some more scrap. And again, this is a good thing to do very early in the game. Invest in your settlements. Invest that time. Again, I don't use Red Rocket other than get the glass first. Other than a recruit station. That's all it's going to do. Just recruit peeps. Recruit peeps. Now, there's also a cave down there that we need to eventually go to, which I'll probably do that in a few minutes. We'll go down and melee that cave. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. Again, I love me some settlements. Settlement action. Yeah, but I scrap faster than just about anybody. Boom. Unless you're using mods, and I guess you would scrap faster because you could use the scrap all thing. Just like scrap it all at once. Later, bro. That. And get the posters, all the tires. Start from the top. Go down. In top. Boxes inside first. Then get the cabinet. Then get the wall thing. And start from the top. Top. Get that. Get this. Get that. Get that. Think at the top. Get this. Get out of there. And talk to Red Rocket Terminal. Business entries. Da 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 da. Ah. I need a tab. Tab. Go back. Go to service logs. Now, I've already read all this before. That's why I'm going so fast. I click on them all so that I can unlock any other locations. And then once I've done that, bye-bye. Just like that. Grab this bed. Move it now that I've cleared all that stuff. Move it over here in case I want to save. Right there. And let's do an outer sweep of the whole area. Again, some of these things that are beyond the edge of the settlement you can get, and some of them you can't. Like this right here. Can't get that, but you can get the car. And look at that cone out there. Let's get that cone. Hold down E, pick it up. Walk it into your settlement. Put it down. And now hit R. Boom. Additional rubber and plastic. Easy. Easy. Let's scrap those bottles. Pick up all the bottles. Back in the workshop mode by holding down V. It's gonna let me. Get out of there. Chair I can get. Sometimes a little finicky. See how there it's like a little finicky to get that edge. Let's try it a few times. If it doesn't look like it's gonna let you have it, go on to something else. Go on to something else. And we get this car. More side rails. No reason to save those unless you really want to. Industry station. More trees. Come on. There we go. Anything out on the side here. Make sure to aim your cursor at the ground. You never know if something highlights. You might find some additional brush or stuff you can do. Tires. More tires. And we'll look out here. Tree, more trees. Yeah, I sweep one way and then I sweep the other way. Just in case. I found lots of stuff just doing that. I'll go around one way and I'll turn around and come back another option, and then sometimes you'll find additional resources like hidden trees there. Tree I walk right by there. Tons of resources. Awesome. Awesome. And now you go around, see if there's anything else you can pick up or move closer, like any kind of tires that are close. And I wouldn't walk tires from a whole long way away. But if you can find stuff, go for it. That's going to be there forever now. It just dawned on me. That thing's going to be there forever because I blew up this car. Yeah, I blew up that car and it flew all the way over here. Or maybe it was another car. And it blew all the way up here. Now it's going to end up in that settlement forever unless I say, yo, bro. Now, if I try to hold down E on it, I can't pick it up. But I can bump it. It's a little bit bumpy. Bumpy, bumpy, bump. And bump. And bump. Come on. Sounds a little weird how it bumps. Again, I don't want it in my settlement. I'm just going to bump it off to the side. There we go. There we go. Now we're good, right? Nope. Something else to check. What I'm going to do here is use some of the wood at this particular location and create myself a nice little stairwell right here in case some stuff starts going down. In case I start having trouble with somebody. I'll have a kind of a place to run up to and not die. That gas pump. I think I've gotten all this stuff. Tires. And let's not scrap our water pump that we want to keep. And I think we're good. Now we'll go up here on the roof. And here we are. Alright. Oh, might be some brush right there in that corner we can get. But you can build your settlement up here if you want. I have tried it up here before. It is not too bad. Not too bad to put it up there. It's really up to you. Up to you. It's your settlement. Alright, so that is stage 2 done. So we've done Red Rocket. Looks like there's some brush here. Can we get that? Nope. Can't get it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to first get our buddy Dog Meat.
Hey!
Come here, buddy.
Come on, boy. It's time to go.
Got my buddy hanging out with me. And now I'm going to go to the thing, and I'm going to get very overburdened. So I'm going to take everything out. There we go. Now I am very overburdened. And I've got to walk quite a way. Right here. I've got to walk quite a way up the way here. And what's going to happen on the way is if you're too overburdened, it will actually break my legs. It'll break my legs along the way. Let's go ahead and grab some thistle while we're at it. And so we hit X for auto walk, and away he goes. So we walk all the resources back to Sanctuary instead of creating a supply route. Because we don't want to waste any people this early on with that supply route. Basically want to take all the materials. It's not too far, as you'll see. See, now I'm starting to take damage while over encumbered. You saw there. But we don't have to go all the way back to the workbench, which I'm going to show you here in just a second. Kismet, how are you playing Fallout on the Jedi Covenant server? Ha ha ha. Thanks for that heads up. Bloop. There we go. Thank you, Crazy. Appreciate it. Kismet, are you going to be playing Skyrim on Thursday? Yes, Skyrim next Thursday. Kismet, can you do some questing before you work on other settlement just to change it up a little bit? No, Darwich. This is what this whole entire episode is about. Building this up. Though I will be doing some other battling here in just a bit. Ed Markings hanging out. Hello, Ed Markings. Hello. Kiz, were you tempted to use any mods for this playthrough? Yes, Tomfoolery. I was tempted. I was going to use the... I'm going to go ahead and drop everything in the workbench. Now look at how all I had to do was walk, because I put this right here. And again, I had thought that ahead of time. And all I had to do is walk from Red Rocket right here to the bridge. Just got just a bit over where the settlement was. Dropped it in there so I didn't take too much damage. And now I just added massive resources to this particular settlement. And I'll take all that stuff out of there, because I'm only doing melee. Drifter outfit. Actually, I can use the pistol if I need to. Take that out. Shotgun shells. Did I leave myself a pistol? I did not. Alright. One pistol. And get rid of these extra jumpsuits and the wedding ring. Just throw all this into the workbench. Like so. And again, I'm leaving myself to starve to death on purpose. So now we've walked over that, we've done that, let's go ahead and save. So we don't have to do that again. And that's it. Boom! Our first two settlements are squared away. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is just walk this way. I'm going to go hold down V and see if we can now make a... not there, over here. If we can now make a radio beacon. And you'll be like, dope, Kismet. Oh, bro. Too bad. Yes, we cannot make it yet because we don't have that other crystal item. So we can only, we need to get one more crystal somewhere. But that's okay. We'll keep it going. Now we're going to go ahead and run our way up to the right here. Some of you guys may be familiar with this area. Now make sure to get my axe out. Some action might be happening here with my buddy. I don't know where he went. I don't know where he went. Come on. What you got? What you got, bub? You ain't got nothing. Gotcha! Alright. Got radiated big time. Radiated big time. Now, those blowflies are my meal source. So I need to find out where they went and get them. So I'm going to get hungry. Now watch what happens. Watch my health over here when I hit my stem pack. Look how slow it goes. It goes really, really slow at the beginning of the game. Incredibly slow. Let's go ahead and get some of that. I don't know where that other one went. Go ahead and get some of this gourd here. Again, anytime you see any plants early in the game, make sure to grab a whole lot of that. Like this. So on. All right, let's put our weapon away. And let's keep on running. Keep on running. I'll go ahead and drop another one. I've got massive fatigue. I've got lots of food that I need. And all of that. And here's Abernathy Farm. Woohoo! Grab me some taters. I'm just running along hitting the E key. Grab me a ton of tomatoes. Now, why are these tomatoes good? Oh, these potatoes are going to help us a lot. By the way, these potatoes are a cross between tomatoes and potatoes in the Fallout lore. Now, I have removed these before, and I have replanted them, and I have fooled around with these. You know, the best thing to do, I have learned after 4 playthroughs and over 1,500 hours in the game, is do not touch those. Just leave them as they are. They get glitched out, or take them all out and don't plant any potatoes here. That's also another brilliant idea. Now, there's potatoes over there, and I'm going to run back here, and there are a ton of melons to grab. It's going to let me. There we go. So again, we're going to work on that farm. Like so. And we're going to talk to this girl.
New here? Well, if you've got anything worth trading, you can talk to me.
Oh yeah, let's trade.
Sure.
All right, so what has she got? What has she got here to start? Well, she's one of the few people who have wood, by the way, so you can get the wood right away. She's got cloth and all of that kind of stuff. Usually I find that I have so much cloth by the end of the game, like 8, 10, 20,000 cloth, that I rarely ever buy cloth. But sometimes I do. Sometimes if I run low at the beginning of the game. All sorts of cool stuff, concrete and stuff, and leather. But what we're really looking for is food. Now, eventually I want those 308 rounds or any other things like aluminum. But really in the beginning, we really want food. And she doesn't have any food right now. And there's somebody else that does, though. Food like as in mute fruit or like razor grain or stuff like that. Those are the kind of things we're looking for. Actual plantable food. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get that bobby pin because, I don't know, I just feel like it. So there we go. Now, I can also turn around and sell some of this useless junk that I might have been tugging around with me as well. Since I'm not going to be using some of this stuff, I could sell it if I really wanted to. But you know what? I think I'm just going to keep all that stuff for right now. And now,
Looking to make a deal?
let's sell some of this aid.
That'd be great.
Let's sell some of the aid stuff right away because I don't typically use some of this stuff. Like I don't use Stout or Instamash, Med-X, Mentats, which I might use Mentats this time because pork and beans, Psycho. Purified water, I could sell that because I'm just going to make a bunch of that. Some Radex, reduce those. Ribeye steak, Salisbury steak, sugar bombs, potatoes, keep those. Thistle, double aid, and wild mute fruit that I want. Now watch, see what happened to the caps? Look, now she owes me 222 caps. So I just got the bulk of her caps just right here at the top of the game. So I now have like 500 caps at the very start. Pretty nice. All right. Oh, I forgot to do the dialogue with her too. Doy.
It's funny, just for a moment.
Hey there.
I forgot to do the dialogue.
I take it you want to trade?
Not now.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Yeah, she didn't have any dialogue right now. So I gotta talk to this dude. Gotta talk to the duder.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
I'm friendly.
It's okay, I'm friendly. Not looking to cause any trouble.
If you say so, but be warned, we're armed here, so don't try anything. Let me tell you, farming ain't easy. Out in the field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
Oh, I'm gonna hook you up, bro.
Farming's hard work.
Won't argue with that. Blake Abernathy, you new to the Commonwealth?
Sort of.
Yes. And no. It's a long story.
Either way, good to see a new face. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
Absolutely.
I'm sure I'll give it a try someday.
Well, good luck to you then. Maybe I'll see you at the Diamond City Market someday and we'll do a swap. Word of advice, though. If you do start up a farm, be ready to deal with the raiders. Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint?
Sounds like bad news to me.
You really are new to these parts. Best armed bastards in the Commonwealth. You have something they want, they won't hesitate to take it. Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. That's why we need the Minutemen back. And the sooner, the better.
Minutemen?
So you know them then.
You mean Preston
Any idea
Garvey's
why
crew?
they haven't been around so much lately?
Most gave their lives to protect the Commonwealth.
That's a damn shame. Those were brave men and women. If they'd been here when those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary might still be alive. I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her locket too. It's been in Connie's family for generations. If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot to us.
Don't worry,
Don't
bro.
worry. I'll get that locket back for you.
Good. Connie feels like it's a part of Mary. I don't think she'll rest easy again as long as it's gone.
I think that's the first time I did Abernathy and got the quest first before having the locket. Because usually I just beeline right over there to that air station. But this time I thought, I'll do the quest the proper way. The proper way. All right. So there we go. Went over here, talked to all these peeps. We got ourselves some food. Heading back. Heading back. I'm stuck on the Automatron DLC. Can anyone help me out? What's your problem? Get smurfed. No spoilers though, bro. No spoilers. Where are you stuck? Can't help people if they can't help themselves. Exactly, Snow Queen. Peeps got to learn to help themselves. Like, I'm going to have Marcy, like, go to Boston Airport to listen to her. But to listen to her. She's so annoying. I build her up this awesome settlement. I build these mega builds, these giant Kismet kill boxes to defend the settlement against even legendary, like a whole horde of legendary Deathclaws could attack and would get cut down. And she still complains. And her brother's just whiny. He's very whiny. Okay, now we're back to Sanctuary. Look at my action points over there. See how they're red? That's the new survival mode. If you don't eat, and if you don't sleep, and you don't drink, and you have conditions, you're going to have no action points, basically. So how do we get those action points back? So that's why I let them go, so you guys can see. I will start to take damage from all of that, by the way, eventually. The first thing we can do, of course, is use our water pumps to get rid of our water problem. So we can drink that. That's purified water right there. You can see it. Just walk up there. Wait for it to do that. Watch as my action points over there. Over there start to come back up. Get my little arrow. Right over here. Notice that the action points are coming right back up again. As I drink. And there we go. I'm properly hydrated. It's set up there. And now my action points are restored. Now another thing I need to do is sleep. And in the new survival mode, to get well rested, or the Lover's Embrace perk, which I'll get later, we'll go ahead and actually sleep for a full 8 hours. And that'll return. Got to install it on Ada. Can't install it on other stuff. Only on Ada. On Ada. So there's your answer. There's your answer, Get Smurf. Try to do it just on Ada. Blade tire iron. That's right. Bladed tire iron. Want to see it? Right here. I found it on a raider at the very beginning of the game when you go over to Concord. I don't think I've ever even noticed it before, because normally any melee weapons, I just throw them away or sell them off. I never use melee weapons. This will be the first time. Right here. Bladed tire iron. Let's go ahead and inspect it. Inspect it. There it is. Pretty cool. Like that. So you get the little tire iron there. And so I'm going to put a blade on it. So I got that off of a raider right at the very beginning when I was taking over Concord to help Preston out. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, there's a lot of really awesome melee weapons. I have seen all of the weapons pretty much in the game. Again, I played over 1,500 hours in the game. I've seen all the weapons. I've I've seen all where all the power armors are and all that stuff. And I just discover them. I don't go and I look them up and do any of that. I just like to discover things as I go along. I go around the corner. I'm like, oh, power armor. I go around the corner. Oh, wow, look, I found a new weapon. That's how I like to discover stuff. That's how I like to discover. That's how I play. Now, the other thing is going to be food. Now, right now, we have all of our stuff, both from Sanctuary here and also from Red Rocket, now consolidated in one spot here at Sanctuary. So if we want to cook something, it's all right here. Now, if you want to cook stuff, you have to have the ingredients to cook actually at this location that you want to cook. That's why I've consolidated both of them, because I'm not going to build at Red Rock at the beginning. Over there, I'm actually only going to make it like a recruiting area, which you'll see. But I'm going to run up here, and I'm going to go ahead and let's do some cooking in here. Now, I can go and I can make some beverages if I want. I can actually make purified water in here, which is a huge waste. Don't do that, because you can put water purifiers down to make that money later. I can also roast some stuff, like we've got some Deathclaw steak. So I make some of that from our little Deathclaw friend that we ran into. See if we got anything else. We don't have currently anything else. Now, one of the ones that I really like a lot, and Ameridave turned me on to this one, is, where are you at? Soup. Right here, squirrel stew. And what that does is it gives you extra XP, which you gain for a couple hours. Now, sometimes it's a little bit hard to find, depending on what part of the game you're in, to find that blood leaf, but totally worth it. Totally worth it. I think probably the squirrel bits are probably the most rarest thing in there to find. Now, the thing I really want to do is right here, vegetable soup, and which takes carrots, dirty water, and potatoes. So remember that. So we need to find some carrots, and then we just need a whole bunch of dirty water and potatoes. Now, I'm going to show you how to do the dirty water right now. Right after we have some food. That was a cool shot. Cool shot. So let's go ahead and have some food here. Now, if I eat this food, what it's going to do is actually going to radiate me. But in worse situations, you got to do what you got to do. So right here, if I go here and I eat that, I'm going to get rads. But here's a little trick. You eat this, use a RadAway, then you go drink out of your fountain. Okay? And I'm going to show you that right now. Okay? So if worst comes to worst, you don't have any food. Let's eat this. Now we have some radiation, which is on our bar, which is hard for you to see, but it's right behind me this way. We've got a bit of radiation. Let me make me disappear, and you can see that. Right behind me here. Stealth boy, whoop! So there it is right there, that little red area here. I've got a bit of radiation from eating that food. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a RadAway, which I find totally useless in the survival mode, in the new survival mode usually, which you'll find out why later. So we're going to go ahead and use a RadAway. Now, one of the problems, the reason why RadAways are useless is because when I use a RadAway, it takes my radiation away. Actually, let me get rid of me again so you can see that happen. See, there it goes. Very slowly, though, in the new survival mode. See how it's just slowly, that little red bar is now gone. But the problem is, if you look over here on this side, let me get this thing out of the way. Sorry, this thing's covering up my stuff. Put that up there. As you can see over here on this side, now what it's going to do is it's going to cause you to have conditions. It's going to make you more thirsty and all that kind of stuff over time. You're going to have to fix all those conditions over there as well. Okay, now let's go ahead and have some food. Now, I did make some grilled rad roach earlier, so we'll have some of that. Let's see what else we've got. Deathclaw steak is tasty. I'm still famished. And we'll go ahead and look for anything else that we actually did. More rad chunks. Rad roach meat. Now, anything that doesn't have rads, again, over here on the right, if it doesn't say rads down here, like rad roach meat, see that's got 11 rads? That means that that has not been cooked. That's a dead giveaway. That's another Kismet tip for you. A dead giveaway to know whether something has been cooked or not. Let me go ahead and put myself back up there. Has been cooked or not. Same thing with mute fruit. Notice it's got 2 rads, etc. Now, eventually, I'll get lead belly. Really amazing perk, which will allow me to eat anything anyway, as well. This also helps against insomnia, weakness, that iodine. So I don't think I've cooked anything else. All right. So let's go back to the cooking thing. And we'll sit down there and see what else we can roast. Now here we've got blood pack, but we don't have a deathclaw egg, so we can't cook that. We've got some oil, but we don't have any fried, we don't have any fog crawlers, because we haven't even got to that yet. Here we have 2 out of 3 radroach meat. Here we have a bunch of wood, and we don't have any iguana bits, so that's not going to help us. We need murloc eggs for that. We've got purified water, but no rad scorpion stuff, etc. So you can go out and actually hunt all this stuff, or find this stuff on vendors for it. But I find the thing that is the best thing to do is to work toward this soup. Vegetable soup is probably the easiest food to get started with. And sometimes you'll just have to eat foods that are real bad for you. Like I will right now. Let's do it. Dog food. Let's have some cram. Let's have some snack cakes. There we are. Now we're properly fed. We took some radiation, and now we're properly fed. Look what happened to our action bar over there. Boom, all the way back up. Now again, I have a condition on me right now, which I can see right over here. I can go show effects. Here we are. AP refresh minus 50 because of lethargy. Required frequent sleep. Require more food because I have this issue with me right now. Now I can go in and I can use my herbal iodine. Like so, and I'm going to go out, and then I'm going to come back in and check out that again. Again, still have that same problem because I have to have that removed. Increased chance of getting sick and resist insomnia and weakness, and a fancy lag case which give me HP +1. So I basically fixed one thing, but I added another. Now another thing that's going on is that I have this, again, suppressed immunity and whatnot, so I'm going to get sick. I'm going to probably get an infection, which is going to cause me to die if I don't take care of it. Infection, you just start taking damage over and over and over again. A whole lot. You take a whole lot of damage. Oh, bummer, Chewy. Restart, reload, mod, ADA, and unmod. There might be something that's causing it. Maybe if he's got mods turned on, turn the mods off, then try to install it, and then reinstall the mods, or turn the mods back on. There you go. Let's see. Just trying to launch Fallout, I guess. The storyline does get bugged, unfortunately. It does. That's a good melee weapon to start with. Yeah, Greasy Hair, I just found it totally by accident. Totally by accident. Pretty nice. It's 40 damage right at the start. You guys are talking about Xbox stuff. Melee one is nice. Yes, very nice. Now, normally you gotta install it on ADA for that quest. Thank you for the host, Bogo. Appreciate it. Okay, let's keep rocking it. Let's keep rocking it. Now, I got that condition on me over there, that little suitcase with a plus on it, or the medical symbol, and I've eventually got to get there. So I've been to a Sanctuary, I've been to Red Rocket, and I've been to Abernathy Farm. Now, I've also got a quest way out here to talk to the Ten Pines peeps. I've got a quest to go to this one here, the satellite of Satellite Olivia, which is a really tough one to do. That's going to be really hard in melee. We're going to see how that works out. And then eventually we have to go in here, and that's going to be real tough in melee as well. But what we really need to do is we need to make our way actually down a little bit further and try to get down here. Because we're just doing mainly settlements today. Don't worry, we'll be getting more into all the other stuff later. Go ahead and save just to... Let's go ahead and just go a couple more hours here so it's daytime. And we're going to keep rocking here. Wow. Wow, 2 hours have gone by already. That's amazing. That's amazing how much, when you get into stuff and you start having lots of fun.
I wouldn't be very good company right now.
I'm not talking to you, bro. All right, so we're going to run up the road and get into some trouble. Who knows how much trouble we're going to get into, and who knows if we're going to survive, but such is Fallout, right? Such is Fallout. Now, I've got a lot of my action points back over there, so I can run from place to place. Something down there causing that to splash. Dead body. These will eventually respawn. The respawn, by the way, in the new survival mode is very, very slow. So you can't just go in and re-loot the same place over and over again like you can in the normal mode. It is very much not like that. Now, let's try to get dog meat again. He's being a pain
Dog
in my
meat.
butt. Come on.
Come on, boy. It's time to go.
Now, I've been playing a lot with dog meat this time because I usually neglect him highly and in my playthroughs. My first playthrough, I used him a lot. Oh, I moved my bed. And my first playthrough, I used him a lot. Now, actually, let's go ahead and move the bed again. Now, what I'm going to do is actually move the bed out here. Now, the reason why I'm going to do that is just, again, I'm going to push forward the distance in which I can sleep and then don't have to run back as far every single time. So I'm going to put the bed right there. And then if I want to save, all I have to do is run right to here, and I can save right there. Now, the new survival mode is the Great Search for Beds. That's pretty much what you want to do. We need to go back and loot a ton of stuff in that place over there that we kind of left. But we really want to go on to our other settlements to get those unlocked for today. So again, this is how to get an amazing start to Fallout 4. We've already set our sanctuary going. We've already looted everything in Red Rocket. We've already got the resources from Red Rocket. We brought it back to Sanctuary. We've already got all that going. But we need another circuitry so we can start our recruiting, as well as we're going to need some more resources. So we're going to kind of run down the road a bit. Down the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. We're kind of running past all of this. You see I'm running in the outskirts of town here. Now there is a various random quest that happens over here, so let's get ready for it. Chili Willy Taco Stand! Thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, becoming part of the Kismet team.
This thing to watch us. They have to know they can't get away with that shit. Don't come any closer, friend. This doesn't concern you.
Please, help! They're going to kill me!
Shut up!
What's going on here?
What's going on here?
This thing's a synth. That's what. We've been traveling with it for weeks. But then today he finally let slip that he's an Institute errand boy. The whole fucking time.
Because I thought you were my friends.
I'd never be friends with a damn synth.
You already were friends with the synth. Now please, just let me go.
You think I'm
Never seen this
stupid?
before.
You're just gonna run off and get your Institute buddies to come put us down. That ain't happening, pal.
I'm not with the Institute. I ran away. I just need to get to Bunker Hill. Then, I swear I will never bother you again. Please. You believe me, right? You can't let them do this.
You know what? You should kill him.
What? No!
Later, synth.
Good riddance, synth.
You got a problem?
Nope.
Better place, with one less of his kind.
Later, synth. I'm playing hardcore this time.
Hey
Hello,
there.
Fred.
It had to be done.
That's true. I've never seen that before because it randomizes this encounter right here. Sometimes it's just one guy, sometimes it's some raiders, and that's the first time I've seen that. That's awesome.
God. That thing watched us while we slept.
Took care of
Hey.
that
How
institute,
about you
dude.
move along?
Later, Jules. Later, bro. So again, it doesn't matter how many times you play through, and again, I've played over 1,500 hours and never seen that that particular sequence there. Because they're all randomized, which is pretty awesome. Come on, dog meat. We had to solve that problem. Had to solve that problem. All right, straight up this way. Straight up this way, dog meat. Keep your eye out, bro. Now, here's another thing you can do
Hey.
while you're in survival mode is you can keep your dog always ready and alert, right? So you hit E on him, and now if something jumps out at you or you see something, you can send your dog in first. Come on, buddy. Red Roach.
Get him!
Like so. Did you get him, buddy? Good job. Good job! Wow, no damage. Awesome.
See if he had anything worth taking.
Now, also what you can do is you don't have to pick everything up. You can have the dog pick everything up for you if you want. But what he does is he, like, picks it up. Look.
Hey.
He picks it up and then he, like, brings it to you. Now, your other companions will actually pick everything up. Meaning they'll go to the mob and actually pick everything up itself. Nothing in there. Good job, buddy. Good job. What do you guys think about that? That was pretty harsh, huh? Dark side choices, said Amara Dave. Nothing happens. Yeah, it's glitched. Dark side choices. Well, that was a little bit of dark side. Though since, I don't know, in the last playthrough, I think I was kind of being won over by the Brotherhood there. That the synths could be pretty evil. That the Institute might be evil. Oh, holy mackerel. That scared the heck out of me. Scared the heck out of me. Hold on. Get that bottle cap mine. Dog meat, get it. Oh, look out.
Drop him.
Wow, that's terrible. Whew. Good job, dog meat. Good job, buddy. So what I was trying to do is get him to get that bottle cap mine, and I got a little too close, and then all of a sudden, mole rat's getting on up in here. Okay. Well, I gotta turn the sound off for a second. I've got to turn the sound off for a second. Let's go this way, buddy. There we go. Gotta keep the music off. Gotta keep the music off. Sometimes I get, just from random, the random radios on, it'll strike my YouTube video. So I turn that off now. I turns it off. All right, so here we are at one of the greatest places, or the greatest place in the game to actually recruit people. And I will build 0 settlements here. 0. I have built settlements here before, giant settlements before, but now I will build none. Because in the new survival mode, I can't waste any resources at all. I can't waste any of those resources. I need to maximize those resources. So, speaking of resources, let's go to work. Let's go to work on our settlements. Now, right over here, behind this door, hopefully I have enough bobby pins to get... Oh, wow. First try. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Search the thing. Now, once you search it, once you see these red workbenches, you search them, then they unlock. At least most of them do. Some, they have prerequisites, which you can't just walk up and get the settlement. But this particular one, you can. You can walk right up, get that settlement, pick that stuff up. Now, again, the other thing I'm looking for, circuitry. Right now, no circuitry in there. So let's go to looting. Let's go to it. So again, let's get all the stuff off the counter first. Like so. Now, you don't necessarily have to scrap it. Like I am. Let's do that. Bless you, dog meat. Bless you, buddy. And let's just get everything here. Like so. Let's be ready in case anything else jumps out. King Hoppy! Thanks so much for dropping the dragon hammer, crushing the follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet team. Welcome, welcome. By the way, tried to get that death counter working again. Did not work still. I don't know what happened to it. I will get it working. I will get it working. I never give up. Now, I really want to blow up all these cars right here. You guys know that my mission is to blow up every single car in the wasteland. But I would rather have the actual resources. So it is super tempting to blow them all up. Now I'm going to show you a little trick here. See this radiation in the middle here? I'm starting to take rads. Scrap it. Get in there and scrap it as quick as possible. And then run over here. Grab that one. And there you go. No more radiation. Now you can go swim in there. Very nice. Very nice swimming. And that's it. Quick and easy. Quick and easy. Because the actual barrels were the radiation, not the water. So there we go. Deadly Scooper also dropping the Dragon Hammer along with King Hoppy. Make sure to show them lots of love in the chat for crushing that follow button with that Dragon Hammer and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome. Welcome. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. I am having lots of fun. I'm in playthrough number 4 after 1,500 hours in Fallout 4 playing the melee build. And as you got to see some melee action there of me clearing out this settlement. The only thing I don't like about clearing out settlements is these things will stay there for a very, very long time. And you'll see me actually scrap everything. I don't bother leaving anything. Scrap cans. I try to be thorough. I try to start on kind of one side of the settlement and work my way across. Look at all the fences. I will build something that is way better than a fence. It's called the Kismet Kill Box. And it is the only thing you need, especially if you're in the new survival mode. Eventually, you probably want some walls. You can put down some concrete walls, which are awesome because I love the concrete kit. Probably my favorite kit in the entire game for building. And I would definitely put that down eventually. But in the very beginning, all you really need is the kill box. If you're in normal mode or any other mode other than the new survival mode, you don't even need walls at all. You need 0 walls. All you need is that Kismet Kill Box. Now, you're like, Kismet, what is this Kismet Kill Box? And I would love to build one for you right now, but I don't have enough resources yet this early in the game. This is only day 2 of my new playthrough. So it's going to take a while before I have enough resources to build a giant Kismet Kill Box, or at least a decent-sized one. And that's what I'm doing over here. I'm looking for resources and kind of scrapping a whole bunch of stuff to get those resources that I can use back at Sanctuary. So I'm going to take all of this stuff and take this back to Sanctuary as well, because Sanctuary is going to be my primary location. But I'm going to show you a cool little trick to do here. Just walking down the fence, hitting R and E. Cars. See, we got a cooking station. Psh, don't need it. Gone. Don't need it. It's out of there. Tires. More posts. Get all out of there. Plant base hiding in that tree. Anything else hiding over here? Nope. Again, run along the edge. I think we got pretty much the outside. Now, what also happened while I was doing all of this, Dog Meat did get down. Notice how he's way over there by himself.
Dog meat!
Come on, buddy. So he's just sitting over there doing nothing. So I go ahead and kind of, rouse him and say, hey, come on, Dog Meat, come with me. And then he will follow me. Now, you got to watch out. Do you see that bomb that went off there? You got to watch out in here. There is some bombs that go off. I can't remember if there was 1 or 2 now. A bottle cap bomb. A lot of bottle caps. The one thing I did like the fact about those bombs is if you do find those bottle caps, it gets all of them at once, which is great. Again, this is more stuff, more resources. Get going. I don't want to scrap bottles or Nuka-Cola. Because Nuka-Cola is water and... Oh, I hear a bottle. Coffee cup. Coffee cup is what it was. That ashtray. Again, I just try to do this as quick as possible at the beginning of the game. I've done this many, many times. Run through, scrap it all. Store that in the workbench. And I think that's good. We got all of that. And up we go. Again, do not scrap the bottles. And scrap, scrap, scrap. Easy. Easy and quick. Quick and easy. That lantern. pistol. Take that pillow. Take that dirty water. See a thing down there I missed. Grab all that. Scrap that bed. I want people living up here. Everybody with a host, thank you so much. Thank you so much for dropping that bomb, dropping that awesome host on the channel. Every one of those hosts does just get me a little bit closer to that sub button. I do appreciate everybody does hang out on my channel. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I know you guys love it when I do some Fallout. I love playing this game. It is so fun. And as you can see, doing some melee. Melee, you know how I love the Overseer's Guardian, my favorite weapon in the game. But doing some melee. Now, there's something else we need to do, and this is for Amara Dave. Because I know he's thinking this right now. And that's like, Kismet, make a bed, bro. You just did a whole bunch of stuff there. You did a whole lot of scrapping, and everybody doesn't want to watch you do that whole entire thing again. Well, maybe you do. You never know. But there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and go for... Well, that's probably good enough. Just 1 hour to save there. Now, I could actually go for another 7 hours, and it does count. So I went for 1 hour. If I go for another 7 hours, I will get that well rested, and you'll see my action points come up there. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. Let me catch up in the chat here. Let's see. Now, if you do have any questions or comments for me, my name is Kismet. You can put Kiz or Kismet in the chat. It'll highlight in red. I'll be happy to respond to you because I do watch my chat. I try to watch as much as I can. If it does go by, my mods are always kind of watching as well, so I don't miss your comments or questions. Do you believe in rights? Absolutely. Rights and lefts and straights. Depends on which way you're going. If you're driving, you go right. There you go left. You go straight. There you go. If you like to host Kismet on your channel, there we go. Mary Dave helping out. I really like the way you commentate and play. Thank you, King Hobby. Appreciate it. I try to give people my tips as I go along. Now, if you'd like to become an awesome settlement overseer like me, become to a person making 117,000 bottle caps every few days in game. Totally legit. No third-party mods, no cheating, no shortcutting, no console commands. I can show you how to do that pretty easy. Because I get that question all the time. It says, Kismet, can you go and make us a guide? I said, not only am I make a guide, I'll make you a whole entire series. A whole entire series on how to become an awesome settlement overseer. As well as how to use the vault-tec kit, which can be very frustrating because some of those kits do not connect together. I show you how to make all the kits work together in unison. So you can build all sorts of different stuff no matter which kit you're doing, and you can mix and match between like the concrete kit and the vault-tec kit and use it to kind of do split lines and all that kind of stuff. Someone made this comment on my video today. I forget who it was. I can look it up here. Hold on. Let me look it up who it is. Which I thought was pretty funny. Let me find it here. Boom. Oh no. I always watch all the comments, by the way, on my YouTube channels. It was Moose King. Moose King said it. And he said, the best part of the whole video is when Kismet gets his swagger and says, you're welcome, and then says, Kiz is the best. Because I was talking about how to set up a split line. I was like, there's got to be a way to do this. So I was in there fooling around. I go, oh, yeah. So it was like a genius moment I had discovered. And then I said, you're welcome. So because I love to discover that stuff on stream, and then everybody now learned it, both me and everybody watching, which is awesome. Which is awesome. All right, dog meat, come on, buddy. We got an axe. We're ready to use it. Let's run up. Greasy hairs, drop the dragon hammer, crush the follow button, and become part of the Kismet army. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. All right. We welcome all sorts of peeps up here, whether you like to talk away in the chat or just be a lurker. You're welcome to do so. We will not call you out. Oh, we will not call you out as a lurker. Snow Queen, also with the host. Thank you so much. Appreciate that host. Again, everyone just gets me a little bit closer. Hopefully get that sub button one day. I hope I do. Because I love streaming on Twitch. This is my vocation. And you say, be like, Kismet, whoa, this is your vacation. What did you used to do before this? I am still a graphic designer. I consider myself a graphic designer and will be one till the day I die. I've been a graphic designer. No, I don't want to send dog meat there. I want to scrap that. Dog meat. Come here, boy. Come on out here. Come on. Come on out. Just take your time, bro. Take your time. All right, thank you. And I've been a graphic designer for 25 years. I've also been married for 25 years, or I've been with my wife for 25 years. We have 3 beautiful daughters. Awesome. They are 11 years old, and I have twins who are 8. That's right. 25 years. You got to be a strong man to be with a strong woman for 25 years, I'm telling you. I was telling my wife that earlier today, that I say that on the stream, and she goes, that's right. Well, that's right. Exactly. Now, I think there's something in here, if I remember correctly. It's either here or on the other side. Come here, dog meat. Come here, buddy. All right.
Hey.
Go over there and tell me if there's anything over there. Come over here, buddy. Come over,
Over here.
You're just in there. Come on, dog meat. Go in there and check it out. Go in there and check it out. You can't go there. Sometimes your companions, even though they have a clear path, they still won't go there. All right, life's a journey. Let's do it. Nope. Not there. It's up ahead. It's up ahead. All right, let's get that axe out. Now, again, we're only playing melee this time. Normally, I basically build up at the very beginning. Oh, fail. I build up in the very beginning enough resources and my settlements so I can beeline for the Overseer's Guardian.
That's it.
And then once I have the Overseer's Guardian, that's it. All the mobs are dead meat. All right, buddy, you ready? Me and you. Me and you. Let's check this place out first. Check for danger. Stranger danger. Stranger danger! Thanks for your help. Thanks for being useless, dog meat. Close the door. All right. Now it's time to get our scrapping going. Scrap it. Scrap it all. Scrap it here. Scrap it everywhere. And again, always start with the top of the top. Now again, notice again, transfer to the workbench. Really need to move that. This is the only thing in my interface that's usually in the way of everything. There we go. We'll get it. We'll get it in the right spot at some point. Boom. I try to minimize my interface, as you can see. This is my kind of minimal interface here that I've made. Again, I'm a graphic designer. I have loved graphic design. I've woken up every day since I was 8 years old and wanted to be a graphic designer. I've had an incredible career as a graphic designer. Worked for some of the top companies in the world. And got to do every type of graphic design you could possibly imagine. Billboards, posters, all sorts of super fun stuff. Now, if you have a passion for something, don't let anybody stop. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody's negativity bring you down. I talk about this quite often on my stream. This is what my stream's all about. Having a place to go to that's like a safe haven, a place of positivity. I like being a positive streamer. I don't like tearing people down. I think that's the easy road. It's easy to go in and, you know, tell people they suck. You know what's tough? Is trying to be a man. Trying to be a man and go
Won't
in
be
there
able
and
to pick
say,
this.
hey, bro, I don't like what you're doing, but I like you. But here's some suggestions. That's what you should do. As long as the person is looking for suggestions, too, by the way. All right. Again, check for danger. Danger, danger, stranger danger. No stranger danger. Grab all this stuff. Oh, jackpot! Worth more than gold. Worth more than gold, those bottles. Every single one of those bottles is worth more than gold. Bet you didn't know that. Stuff up in there. All right, looking good. Looking good. Back into scrap mode. Back into workshop mode. Grab all that stuff. Again, I keep nothing. I keep nothing. Looks good. Looks good. What's up, dog meat? What's up? Miss anything? I always double back, by the way. Double back, make sure I didn't miss anything. I could try to scrap that, this thing right here. I could try to scrap it. Some of those you can scrap, and some of them you can't scrap. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm not a real big fan of that. Okay, now where we're at right now, we did a whole bunch more stuff. Let's go ahead and save again, because the only way to save in the new survival mode is to go to the bed. There we go. There we go. Mer says, Kismet, right or wrong, I meant fail fish. Right or wrong? I believe in doing what's right, making smart decisions. Now, there's a kind of a morality of making right and wrong choices, right? And there's also a subjectiveness of right and wrong choices. Like a great example is Fallout, right? Like they'll give you these really hard choices, which are both right from that person's point of view, right? And or left or up or down. But it's really correct from that person's point of view. That person's point of view is this is the right way to do it. And it may be morally right to them. And then the other side is the same thing. But they'll still come in conflict, which is what's so great about Fallout, is that it will make you make those hard decisions. Which person is more right, or which person is more with your thought pattern, that you want to go with. And you can play it a whole one way and say, you know what, I go with this guy. And then the next time you can play it a whole different way, and then a whole different way, and a whole different way, and a whole different way, and just keep playing it a whole bunch of different ways and see different outcomes of it. And that's what's so great about Fallout 4 is you have all these different outcomes based on what choices you make. Now, real life is the same way. Based on your choices is what road that you take, right? So if you make a whole lot of bad choices, you know where that road leads, right? It leads down a bad, dark street is where that leads. But if you make a whole lot of good choices, it takes you in a better direction as well. And that's something I try to teach my kids, that every choice does matter in the end. So every choice stacks on top of another choice. Like a great example is people who lie. I find lying exhausting. Just watching people lie is exhausting. You know why? Because when you lie, then you have to lie over the top of that lie. And then lie over the top of that one and lie over on that one. And then you spend so much time lying that even you start to believe it. And then the people, of course, have already caught you in the lie, but you continue to do the lie. And then from that moment, you have lost their trust forever. They can never believe you again because you have lied to them and they have caught you in that lie. So they will never believe anything you say. So if you come to them and say, you know what, the house is on fire, they'll be like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. So they won't even believe it. The house could be on fire, right? They won't believe it. And that's what I think about right and wrong choices. Make good choices. But again, it's your life. They're your choices. So you can make them and you'll have to deal with the consequences. All right, where's my buddy? Where'd my buddy go? And that's what I think about that. And again,
Hey.
it's all on you. Your choices. You can't blame
Move
anybody
here.
else. You make the choices. You make your choice every single day. And some of those choices are tough, believe me. Some of those choices are tough, like my choice to get out of the bed and not lay in the bed, even though I have terrible vertigo. I have terrible sleep apnea. I could sit in the bed all day long. And just, woe is me, woe is me. Or I can get up, go to the gym, and I can eat better and feel better and lose 40 pounds, in which I did. And that's the choice I made. Or I could stay in the bed, lie there, and die. Those are my choices. So you mean people got it worse than me? That's just my problem. But people got it way worse than that, who have a struggle every single day. And I'm sure some of you are like that. Some of you have a struggle every single day. You got to get up. Whew. That was a close one. I thought there was something up there. I just kind of remembered it. I was like, I haven't done that in a long time. I remember there was something hiding up there. And in this, remember, I'm in the new survival mode, so one wrong move and I'm insta-dead. Insta-dead. Let's go ahead and get that box. Scrap it. Let's get everything. Come on, dog meat, my buddy. Let's get up here. Let's try not to run into any more mines. Scrap all that stuff. So again, life is about choices. You make your choices, you live with them, and be careful what you ask for, too. Careful what you ask for, because you may get it, and it may be not what you thought it was going to be. Not what you thought it was going to be. All right, here we are. We have finished looting this whole area. Now, again, let's go ahead and see if we can make a radio beacon. So we're going to go in. I'm going to go ahead and check in here. Over here, duh. See if we make a radio beacon. Ah, so close. Still no crystal. Not enough crystal yet. We do have one crystal back at Sanctuary, but crystal is the hardest thing to find very early in the game. So you always want to keep your eyes out for that at vendors or various other places. Make sure to check for that at every single vendor, and which we will check yet again. So we're going to run over here, doggy meat. What's up, my buddy? My buddy, my pal. We're going to run over here to the workshop. Guess what we're going to do? Take everything out and start a very long walk. Now I'm going to show you a little trick here with the map. What I do at the very beginning of the game is or actually throughout a survival mode, is I use the actual target marker, which I usually never use. In any other playthrough, even in the old survival mode, I would never use the target marker because it doesn't serve any purpose. But when you're walking and you want to walk straight to that particular location, now I can walk to that location. Now, I don't really want to do it right now. And I'll show you why. I don't really want to walk this all back there. DJ Knickers! Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet team. Now, if I kept walking with that, I would start taking damage. Now, show them as part of the Kismet army. Show them some love in the chat, everybody. Sup, DJ? Sup, buddy? Well, I quit. Still haven't supposed to inside. Oh, sorry, bro. Yeah, it might be glitched, bro. Maybe turn the DLC off and turn it back on. Something like that. To put it correctly, I believe one can be wrong even though they think they're right. Exactly. They can be wrong. Everybody can be right from their own perspective. Everybody's a hero from their own point of view, right? Everybody's the hero, right? They are the hero of their own story, I guess is the best way to say it. Well, it's their fault for lying originally. It's their fault. And they have to take responsibility for that. And they never will, by the way. People who lie, cheat, steal, they just don't take responsibility for themselves. They just don't. They don't think it's something they have to worry about. There's people who have no ethics whatsoever. They will kill people for $1. They will kill people for $1. They'll kill children. They'll do whatever. Great example, the guy in Star Wars, right? Darth Vader. Just kills children. That should be a people's hero. Somebody goes in and kills children. It should be like the worst thing ever. That's why I don't like the prequels. I was like, that seems very odd to me. And then people are like, Darth Vader. And I'm like, he's like killing children. He's always whining about his kids and whining about his wife. And then he goes in there and he starts killing little kids. That's like messed up. That's messed up. That's not a hero to me. A hero to me is the underdog who has to fight and still makes the right moral choices along the way. Even though he could have taken the easy road. So there you go. That's the hero. The hero that takes the tough road and still keeps himself morally straight. So there you go. Great example is Darth Vader. Yeah. Killing little kids. Makes me cringe. Makes me cringe. Okay, let's keep going. Now over here in the bed, I'm going to go ahead and sleep. And let's go ahead and sleep till the morning time here. Let's go until about 6 a.m. Now, if I took that and I walked it back, I would take a lot of damage getting back to Red Rocket. It's a massively long way to walk very early in the game. So I'm going to go over here and save. So if I walk all the way over there and I die, I won't regret that long walk, because otherwise I'll have to loot all that stuff again that we just did. I'll have to reloot all that, because again, that's the only way to save. See, I can't save because I'm in the new survival mode. Actually, I can show you in settings. Let me show you in settings. Right here. Under gameplay, come on. Survival mode. It affects damage and the chance to encounter legendary, I'll count more legendary items. Adds additional challenges such as no fast travel, saving when you sleep. See survival entry for help for details. See that survival. I didn't even read the help when I started playing this game, by the way. That's how hardcore. I just want to be dropped in, and I just want to not know anything about the game and just play like that. That's how I love to play Fallout. I just want to be dropped in. I don't even want to know the controls. I don't want to know nothing. I want to feel like I'm in that moment and then get really into the story, which is super fun. Super fun. That's the way I typically play. Now, so we're not going to carry all that over there. Eventually, we will take all of this stuff over there. But what do we really need out of here? We need the bottles. Going to take the bottles out. All right, so we can make some food later on. What else are we going to take? Duct tape's a good one for adhesive. But really, again, more bottles. Take those bottles out of there. More bottles. And we got a whole bunch of other stuff here that is super useful. And again, lots of steel. We got a synth component there, which is plastic. And the various other stuff that we'll need later on. But there is nothing there that it's going to allow us to make a radio beacon. That's what we really want. Circuitry, crystal. That's what we need. Now, we've got some circuitry back over there. We got one crystal, which we got from Red Rocket. But we need one more crystal, and then we can make a radio beacon. So where else can we go in this area that might have a little shop, right? There might be a shop up the road, right? Let's go find out. Let's go take a walk up the road. So again, I will come back for those resources and run them up. And again, this is how to get an amazing start on Fallout 4. And we're going to just walk up the road a little bit. Watch for any bad guys. There's some off to the side. Now again, my weapon out. Get
heads up.
Dog meat ready. I hit E to select them.
Trudy. Hand over the goods. You owe us.
I ain't giving you poison-shilling chem pushers anything. Do you know what that junk has done to my boy?
He bought them fair and square, Trudy. Ain't our fault if he's strung out. Whoa, whoa, easy there, Vault Boy. This doesn't involve you.
Now, every single time I played this, well, the 2 times I played through, I killed these guys. The last time I let them live, they have medical stuff. Let me offer to help.
Looks like you got some trouble. I can help.
Help? What are you, some kind of hired gun? Or maybe you can talk some sense into Trudy over there.
Talk to Trudy.
I'll talk to her. Maybe we can work this out.
I appreciate it. If things go sideways, we'll back you up.
Hey, Trudy.
I saw you in that poison cellar talking. Well, he ain't getting his money. Period.
I want to help you, Trudy. What can I do?
Get rid of Wolfgang. I don't know what he offered you, but I'll pay you 100 caps to kill that jet-selling scumbag.
And why should I help you?
Look, this place might not look it, but caravans come through here, okay? I have supplies. You help me, we can trade for whatever you need.
All right.
All right, Trudy. I'll get rid of him.
Thank you. I'll back you up from here. Go get him.
You crossed the wrong
Let's get him, dog mate! Don't hit my doggy! Bad lady! Don't hit my doggy! Oh, she owned me! See, what happened is I hit her, then she glitched through me, and then I couldn't hit her again. Oh, that was fun. All right, let's do it again. Let's do it again! So normally, hey, Atcha Wolf! What's up, buddy? Good night, Snow Queen. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Oh, she missed the action. She missed the action. Let's go do that again. Again, that's why I saved. So I knew that action was coming up. Let's go try it again. Now, this is the melee build. Oh, wait, that's the 3rd death. Hold on, we got to add that to our death. That is dead. Death number 3. Again, I will have my death counter come back eventually. It's broken. It broken when I got the new version of OBS. It broke. It did the breaking. Now, what I could have done was I could have sent Dogmeat out there, but I wanted to see if I could just go out there and just chop their head off. She didn't die in one hit.
Do you know what that
I could have also used bats on it.
He bought them fair and square, Trudy.
All right, let's
Ain't
do that
our
again.
fault if he's strung out. Whoa, whoa, easy there, Vault Boy. This doesn't involve you.
Offer to
Looks like you got
blah,
some
blah,
trouble.
blah, blah. I'm just going to skip some of the dialogue since we
I'll
already...
talk to her.
I appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
So now so I don't get shot in the back while I'm walking in here. All right. Dogmeat.
Hey.
Okay, so I got Dogmeat. Now I'm going to talk
Hey
to
there.
Trudy.
I saw you in that poison cellar talking.
Well? Offer
I
him.
want to help you, Trudy.
Get rid of Wolfgang.
Yes.
All right, Trudy.
Thank you. I'll back you up from here.
You crossed the wrong
Hey,
Mom!
Yo. Psst.
Okay.
Mom!
On him.
Go get him, boy. Get him away, Trudy. Trudy!
Figure you won't just run, right?
I literally got one swing and I click, 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 and I didn't get a second swing in. She got 2 hits on me. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Let's do it. I should put the dog on her this time. Again, let's try a different tactic. Let's go. So now you're seeing some action up in here. Playing my melee build. It's not easy. Again, this is the new survival mode. 1 or 2 hits and I'm a dead man. As you can see, I'm going to die a lot. She got a deadly combo. Next time I'm going to put Dogmeat on her. I'm going to put Dogmeat on Simone and not Wolfgang. And Wolfgang hopefully will get on Trudy.
Hand over the goods. You owe us.
I ain't giving you poison-shilling chem pushers anything. Do you know what that junk has done to my boy?
He bought them fair and square, Trudy. Ain't our fault if he's strung out. Whoa, whoa, easy there, Vault Boy. This doesn't involve you.
Looks like you got
Help.
Uh-huh. I'll talk to her.
I appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
I'm the muscle, babe. Just don't piss me off, all right?
Oh, you already killed me twice. I'm going to get you.
Hi.
I'm going to get you
I
this
saw
time.
you in that poison cellar talking.
Blah, 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 blah.
I wanna help you,
Blah,
Trudy.
Get
blah,
rid-
blah, blah. Yes.
All right, Trudy.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
Crossed the wrong
Oh, what?
All right, I'm going
What
to get
just
her.
happened?
There you go. Get her.
Mom!
Keep moving.
Trying to get Dogmeat.
Yo. Psst.
I didn't even get a chance to get dog meat on it because dog meat ran off. I couldn't use him to... You know what it really needs is it needs a command structure instead of having to click on the pet. It needs the ability to, like, say, go there and do that. You can give commands without physically clicking on the pet. That would be good. That would be good. But we got to do what we got to do. Again, another death there. What death am I up to now? 5 deaths. 5 deaths. Let's keep on it going. I don't ever give up. I'll find a way to make it happen. I'll find a way. She got a deadly combo there. Well, this time I'm going to try to bring dog meat in closer.
Hand over the goods. You
and see if I can control him a little bit better this time.
I ain't giving you poison-shilling chem pushers anything. Do you know
Dog
what
meat.
that junk has done to
whoa,
my
whoa,
boy?
easy there, Vault Boy. This doesn't involve you.
Can't get a hold of him.
Looks
Over to
like you
hell,
got some
blah, blah,
help.
blah, blah. Talk to
I'll
Trudy,
talk to her.
blah, blah,
Maybe
blah,
appreciate
blah. All right, dog meat.
Hey.
Come on, buddy. Right
Over here.
Go right there. Stay there. Go right here.
Move here.
Right there. Okay, good dog.
Hey,
I saw you in that poison
Blah,
cellar
blah, blah,
talking.
blah.
I want to help you, Trudy.
Get rid of Wolfgang.
Let's do it.
All right, Trudy.
Thank you.
You crossed the wrong man.
What?
Mom!
Yo, psst.
That girl go.
Mom!
Oh, they headshot me. Oh my gosh. I'm getting wrecked. This is fun. I love it. I love it. Getting wrecked. Rip. Ah, yes. Loving this melee playthrough. I think it was better just run out there. I think I should take out Wolfgang first. You believe you can tell a lie because they don't know blah, 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 blah. You're talking about too much about that real life stuff there, bro. Don't get too over emotional about that real life stuff. I talk about it a little bit, but then I get back to gaming. I don't get too hooked on it. I try to stay positive and have a good night, play some games. That's what my channel's all about. Coming in, chilling out, having a good time. Gonna keep on rocking these games. Keep on rocking these games. Keep on rocking in the free
We had a
world.
deal, Trudy.
I'm gonna
Hand
keep
over
on
the
dying
goods.
in the free world
You
here.
owe us.
I ain't giving you poison-shilling chem
Now, if
pushers
I had my
anything.
Overseer's Guardian,
Do you
I'd
know what
one-shot
that
these
junk
guys
has
in the
done to
head.
my boy?
He bought them fair and square, Trudy. Ain't our fault if he's strung out. Whoa, whoa, easy there,
Now,
Vault
by the
Boy.
way,
This
sometimes
doesn't
when I come
involve
here, I got my power armor back in the day before they fixed it. When you
Looks
come in
like
here
you
with
got
your
some
power
trouble.
armor, it just
I
auto
can
aggroes
help.
everybody.
What are you, some kind of...
Dr. Trudy.
I'll talk to her.
Makes me want to just axe him right there. I could just totally axe him right there, get a little jump on him. But I want to try to do it this way. This is the harder way. Blah, 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 blah.
I
Offer
want
to
to
help.
help you, Trudy.
Get rid of Wolfgang.
Yes.
All right, Trudy.
Thank you. I'll back.
You crossed the wrong man.
Get dog
Yo,
meat.
psst. Let's go.
Mom!
Just keep going.
On her.
Yeah, got her. Get that Simone. I'm trying to get aggro off of me. Run in there. Oh, missed her. Dang, she's good. One shot. One shot, one shot. Dead, dead, dead. Dead. Dead, dead, dead. Boom. Let's keep on going, dog meat. What number was that? I think it was number 6. Now, I love to do hard stuff like this. I like to do stuff very early on in the game. Now, I can come back later, power armor, and I can use a weapon and shoot him with the weapon. But what's the fun in that? What's the fun in not trying to challenge yourself? Challenge yourself.
We had a deal, Trudy. Hand over the goods. You owe us.
I
Now,
ain't
this
giving
time,
you
I'm going to try
poison-shilling
something
chem
different. You
pushers
should never try the
anything.
same tactic
Do you know
over and
what
over
that
again.
junk has done to
Whoa,
my
whoa,
boy?
easy
What's up?
there, Vault Boy. This doesn't involve... Cross the wrong man.
Look at that. Wow. Look at that. That's survival mode. She literally did a combo shot and then shot me with her gun. Even I got to get 2 swings in, and still she got me. Dead. Very dead. Gonna die a whole lot. Gonna die a whole lot in this playthrough. Gonna die a whole lot in this playthrough. Now, I did the same thing in my previous playthrough. What I did is I got on this area, and then I tried to kill them. They kept killing me over and over again, so I was way under-leveled. for that particular dialogue. But I went in there and I eventually got them all. I killed every last one of them. I sniped every one of them in the head. It was pretty fun. Pretty fun. But I died like, I don't know, 30 times.
Over the goods. You owe
Died like
I
30
ain't giving no
times.
poison shilling chem pushers anything. Do you know
All
what
right,
that
dog
junk
meat, we're
has
gonna
done
try
to
it
my
again.
boy?
He bought them fair and square, Trudy.
Let's
Ain't
talk
our
to
fault
Trudy.
if he's strung out.
Hi.
Now,
We're
don't make me
closed,
come in there
Vault-Dweller.
and shoot up that little trading
You can thank the
post of
poison
yours.
seller outside for that.
Oh, a different dialogue. Oh, hell.
Anything I can do to help?
Why? You for hire? I have 100 caps if you blow Wolfgang's head off.
Let's do it.
All right, Trudy. I'll get rid of him.
Thank you.
You crossed the wrong man.
Go get him, boy. Ah,
Need help here.
Take a look.
ah. Go get him.
On her.
Get that girl. If I can get the girl, I can probably get the dude. Try not to get headshot. How's he doing? Ah! Oh! No! No! Hit my dog instead of hitting her. I'm totally standing right in front of her. I swing and it hits my own dog. I would have had her there. I would have had her. That one shot would have got her. So close. Death number 9. Death number 9. All right, that's a faster way to do that dialogue, though. I did learn how to do the dialogue faster. Just go straight to her, talk to her, and say, okay, boom, we're going to kill him. I would have had her. I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her. To get that girl, at least. I feel like I'm progressed, at least if I get one of them. I get one of them. I could have used VATS, but VATS is too easy. VATS is too easy. Let's just keep going.
We had a deal, Trudy.
Come on.
Hand over the goods.
Now, one of the things that
You
also
owe
happens when you try to
I
get
ain't
your
giving no
pet
poison
and you
shilling
try to
chem
tell them to go
pushers
do something, if they're too close to
You know
you,
what
then
that
they
junk
try
has
to
done
talk
to
to
my
you,
boy?
Whoa, whoa.
which is not what
Easy
you
there,
want to do.
Vault boy. This stuff. That's right.
Vault Barn.
Hey there.
Walk away.
Closed, Vault Dweller. You can thank the...
Oh, for
Anything
help.
I can do to help?
Why?
Blah, 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 blah.
right,
Yes,
Trudy.
blah, 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 blah.
Thank you.
Right.
Ha! That's not cool. That's not cool. Literally, I went into the dialogue and they one-shot me. That's not cool. That should never happen right there. They should at least give you a shot at fighting them. I should probably stand in a better spot, maybe. Shot me in one shot. And that's the new survival mode for you. They will kill you in one shot. There's death number 10. Let's keep going. Come on. Keep trying different tactics. So I almost had that girl last time. I almost had her. If I could crouch quick enough to not die. Or maybe I should crouch when I'm talking to
Hand
her.
over the goods.
Let's see if we can crouch when we're
I
talking
ain't
to her.
giving you
There's an idea.
poison shilling chem pushers anything. Do you know what that junk has done to my boy?
Let's
He bought them
crouch
fair and square, Trudy.
and talk to her
Ain't our
at the same
fault if
time.
he's strung out.
Oh, I can pick. I have to
Don't
pick
make
pocket.
me come in there and shoot up that little trading post of yours.
Let me stand in such a way that I'm not going to get one-shotted. There we go.
We're closed, Vault Dweller.
Blah, blah,
You can
blah.
thank-
Offer help.
Anything I can do to help?
Why?
Yes.
All right, Trudy.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
You crossed the wrong.
I'll kill all you chem pushers.
No. My dog meat.
Mom.
Need help here.
On her.
They're all over me.
Oh, dog meat down.
Keep 'em off me.
Dog meat down.
How many bullets I got?
Wolfgang is pretty far down. Wolfgang down. He's hiding here. I don't want that girl to get me.
I can't see.
He's gonna hide in here. Line of sight, baby. You're pushing me, Trudy. What's her health at? Oh, her health is really high.
I ain't letting you get me.
Let's just wait for it. Wait for the opportune moment. Try not to get headshot.
Have it your way.
Opportune moment. Get out of my way, Trudy. Satisfaction. Da-da-da-da. There we go. Battle tactics for ya. Wait to the opportune moment. How's it going, buddy? Good job. Good job, my buddy. There you go. You're all better. Good job. Gotta wait till the opportune moment. If she'd turned and shot me, I would have been dead. I would have been so dead. Ah, feels good. Lady. Lady! Gave up 10 deaths to that. Or 5, 6 deaths. I can't even remember. That was a whole lot. Whole lot of deaths. Where'd he die at? Right here. What you got, buddy? Thanks for all the loots. Alright, now you know what you do when you do that? When it's taking you a whole bunch of deaths to get it done, you run back to your settlement. Run back to your settlement and you save. Because I doubt that's going to happen just that way again, because it does happen differently every single time. So you don't give up. You just keep at it and keep at it. Now again, the key to this new survival mode is to use your companions, as you saw there. Once I had the aggro off of me, and they're not one-shotting me, I was good to go. I could run out there, let them take a few damage. Maybe they're shooting other people, and I could run out there and boom, take them out. Let somebody else tank the damage other than you. Oh, where'd Dogmeat go? Did he disappear back to his house? See, sometimes what happens is if you don't tell them to follow you, they will stay over there. They'll stay over there after they've been down. So you have to give them a stem pack and then tell them to follow you again, or you just talk to them and they'll follow you again as well. All right, so we have cleared that as well. Now, again, last time I let them live. I let them live, but let's just put a challenge on it today. Let's put a challenge. Hey! That was awesome! Thank you, Wicked Rain. Thank you. That was tough, man. That was tough. Again, use your dog. See, look, he just sits over here. Come on, Dogmeat. I just talk to him. That's all I got to do. And then he'll wake up. Follow me around again. All right, Trudy, what's up?
I can't wait to see the crows feeding on that scumbag. Here, this is for you. Now, if you ever need to trade, my shop's open.
I need to trade right now. Let's talk.
Sure.
I got a whole bunch of loot
Let's
from
take a
those
look.
guys.
All salvage, but nothing's junk.
All right, what do we need? What do we need up in here? We need some stuff here under junk. What do we need? What do we got? We got anything we can use? Let's see. Okay, so we need some circuitry, definitely. Let's see if she's got any circuitry. Now, I could also tag it. Here it is right here. Okay. Now, I have a hot plate. So I'm going to go ahead and get that hot plate as well. I'm going to go ahead and just get that real quick. And then I'm going to show you a little trick. Hold on. I'm going to get that circuitry and show you another Kismet tip here. Back. Barrel! Barrels! Thank you! That's not easy, man. That's not easy stuff. Again, you saw, I hit her once, and she took about, say, 50% health, and then she just literally like, boom, 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 blam! She had, like, multiple moves on me. I was like, dang, I have one swing, and she's got, like, 4 moves on me. Now, I could have used VATS, which would have been a lot easier. I could have ran up there and just double-clicked on her, and she could have died, but that's no fun. That's no fun. Okay, now we'll save that, because we want to save the circuitry thing. Now, again, we're going to go in and look at what we need. Right over here. Going to try to make that thing. Oh, running out of time. No, I'm having so much fun. All right. We need 2 crystal and we need circuitry. Now, I have circuitry on me now. That's where the 2 is coming from. But I'm going to show you a little trick about how to find stuff in the vendor. Okay, so we're going to go in and I'm going to actually make it even easier on myself. What I'm going to do is take that and I'm going to drop it on the ground. So let's take it and let's drop it on the ground. Right here. So we take this hot plate, drop it. Right there. Then I'm gonna go into the workshop. Now I'm at my settlement. Go in the workshop, scrap it. It's gonna break it into its base elements, circuitry, copper, and screw. Then when I go into my actual inventory, and I'll go under junk. Oh, it went into the workbench. gotta go to the workbench. Running to the workbench. Da, 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 da. Now, see, I didn't have any circuitry here before, so I couldn't do this before, but I could have done it back at Sanctuary. I had some there. All right, so I've gone in and I've broken that circuitry down into its base component. Now, if you never noticed it, you can actually go and actually tag stuff for search, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take that out of there. And you don't have to actually tag it for search while you can, but you don't have to tag it for search while you're in the workbench. You can actually tag it for search in your Pip-Boy, which is awesome because you can go in here to junk. See, I've got the circuitry on me. Now I can go down here at the bottom and go to component view. See, so I could have had the original element, by the way. I could have had the hot plate and just went component view. But either way, I'm just making it easy so you guys can kind of follow along. And then Q tag for search. Boom, tag for search. So you don't really have to break it down. You can leave it in this base component and then just go to component view and it will show you all the components of that element. Or you can break it down. It's really up to you. It's up to you what you want to do with it. So there we go. Now we've got our circuitry. Now the other thing that we need, you got to remember, what we need is over here. We also need crystal up here. Get my arrow, point that out. Now if we get our radio beacons up, we have done a huge, great start here in our playthrough. So right here, crystal, we need 2 of those. So let's go back over there and see if we can find some crystal. Come on, dog meat, let's go, buddy. I like to run everywhere I go. I like to run. My arrow off of there. Wish they had hotkeys in this version of the OBS. Then I could hotkey my layers and turn my layers on and off. I always have like all these ideas of ways of fixing stuff up. Like if I could have command keys for switching those things on and off, that would be awesome. Like I just hit F11 and boom, my little red arrow will come up. So that would be cool. Now I could program it to do that, but it, like built in would be nice. Okay.
I can rest easy knowing that Wolfgang is rotten in hell. Thank you.
All right.
Do you need anything?
Now,
Sure.
quick quiz in the chat.
bit of
What is it that we need? What is it that we need for making that beacon? Come on. Let me know. In the chat. What is it we need for that beacon? Let's see who's going to get it first. Who's going to get it first? Wicked Rain says steel. Sister Wolf says crystal. Anybody else got any other guesses? Any other guesses? Do you guys remember? Were you paying attention? You weren't paying attention in class. Busted. Busted. What was it, guys? What was it? Come on. Becca's with Sister Wolf. Anybody else with Sister Wolf? Anybody else something else? Rock says copper. See, that's the hardest thing about life is trying to remember what the heck you're doing. I'm very forgetful. I'll forget stuff like that. I'll literally go over there, say, okay, this is what I need, and by the time I get over here, I've forgotten. So don't feel bad if you don't remember. Don't feel bad if you don't remember. It was crystal. So Sister Wolf is correct. But then again, Sister Wolf has watched my channel for over a year, I think. A very long time. Shh, Sister Wolf. Shh. Don't tell him the secrets. Don't tell him the secrets yet. So yes, I went by it to try to give you guys a hint. I went by there and went, and I paused for a good amount of time, and then I scrolled up some more on purpose. On purpose. So what we're doing is we're looking for something that has crystal in it. Right? So if we scroll up, right now it's not tagged for search. So it doesn't show a little magnifying glass. Now if there was anything else that had crystal in it here, we would see a magnifying glass next to it. And we could have done that at the very beginning of the game, too. When we were over at Sanctuary, we could have tagged that stuff for search. But that's something that you'll find as you'll learn along the way. So here we go. We got the microscope. That's going to give us 2 crystal. So we're going to buy that. Now, it's pretty expensive early in the game, by the way. Very expensive, but worth it. Now, we're going to scroll along here again, look for anything else that has crystal, which I seriously doubt. Now, at the very beginning of the game, those are the 2 things you're looking for. Circuitry and crystal. Those are the things you want to find. Now, we'll get that going on. I'm going to show you something else along the way here. I don't think there's anything else I can remember. All right, now we're going to do the same thing we did before, but this time we're not going to break it down into its base element. All right, again, I'm going to show you the Kismet tip. Here we go. So now we have the microscope. Now down here at the bottom, component view, it's going to break down the microscope into its components. There they all are. And now we can go ahead and tag for search. Notice we've got the magnifying glasses. And then we're going to talk to her again.
Excuse me.
I got a store to run here. You gonna buy?
Let's see what you got.
A little bit of everything.
Okay, and then again, we'll go to junk. And we'll look for any of the... Oh, looky there. Look, it's already working because we see a magnifying glass next to it. And I didn't even see that. I missed it. So there we go. So we use the magnifying glass now to know in every vendor that we go to. It's going to show us this little magnifying glass is going to give us a tip or help finding crystal and finding that circuitry very early in the game. And that is the best Kismet tip I can give you. Is that right there for very early game. That is going to help you a lot. Now, again, that's pretty expensive. That's 50 caps right there at the top of the game. Though I'm not going to be using any of these weapons, so I can sell that. I can sell this mine back. Oh, I got a machete, though. Is that machete better than my thing? Hold on. What's my machete do? 26. Not as good as what I've got. Pipe rifle. Going to sell all the rifles. Going to sell the suit. Metal. Ooh, that's nice. Bladder blue jacket, road leathers, t-shirt slacks. Nope. That metal right arm is nice. Metal early in the game is pretty good. Later, not so much. Keep all that. Keep that. Don't need that 308 ammo. Oh, there's just something about selling 308 ammo. You know what I mean, guys? There's just something about selling it. Oh, and I got another fusion core there, too. Now, one of the things I do, thanks to my followers here, they give me a fantastic tip. Very early in the game, when I'm using my fusion cores, when they get up down between 4 and 0%, if you can ride it that low, I take the fusion core out of the power armor and I sell it to the vendor, and then I buy another fusion core using that money. Because you can get like half of the value of the item. So it saves you money in the long run than just letting your fusion core run out and then disappear, which is kind of dumb that it disappears in the first place, right? If you think about it, it would just burn out. And then you could take the core of it and sell it. I don't know why it would disappear. Why does it disappear? It makes no lore sense that it would disappear unless it catches fire and burns out. I mean, because it would still have the core of it, right? Because it would expend the energy and then still have the core. I don't know. Maybe it's aliens. I don't know. I don't know. So, boom. There we go. We made our money back and a little bit extra. Because I got high charisma. High charisma means making that extra money. Making that extra money. Now, I'm going to run around here and look around at all the elements.
Never take a hit at Jet again, I swear.
Hey, you better not, bro. I had to die 10 times to save your butt.
I got a store to run here. You gonna
she got
buy?
lots of stuff over here. She's also got a safe here and everything. I don't think I've ever gone in and taken her stuff in any of my playthroughs. I've never come in. I've never opened that safe in any of my playthroughs. I don't know. I like her as a vendor, so never have. Now we're gonna wander around and see if anything else lights up for us here. Now, if something lights up for us and we see it turn green, then that means that that particular thing is the thing that we're looking for. That thing that we tag for search. Now, it's going to be a different color when you're in your power armor. It'll be orange, or it'll be green if you are out of your power armor. So far, nothing. Over here, maybe? Nope. We can loot that, though, if we want to. Got different bottles. That's stealing. I don't want to take those. I always look and see if it's stealing or not stealing. So there we go. That's it. We're good. We're out of here. Stealing or not stealing? Nope. If it's green, you can take it. If it's not, desk fans. Oh, every time I see those aluminum cans, I think power armor. Power armor. Ooh, bottle. I think food. All right. Let's do it. Oh, and now the other thing. I almost forgot. I'm glad I thought of it. Let's go back and talk to her one more time. And we almost forgot to look for something else.
Shop's open.
So there we go.
What do you want?
Groove Bones. What's up, Groove Bones? Thanks for hanging out on the stream, buddy. And welcome. You need Crystal 2 Kismet. The Microsoft had some. Right, Sister Wolf. Shh. You already know. How Durbert, thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome to the stream. Show them some love in the chat, everybody. Show them some love. Sister Wolf. You know all this stuff. You You tricky. It's Crystal. And Sister Wolf has played over 1,500 hours also. She's passing me up. There you go. There's something about selling any ammo. I know. Well, in the normal mode, it doesn't have any weight. But here in survival mode, it has weight, so it bogs you down.
But nothing.
Especially rockets. Rockets are way too overweighted. They are just like so heavy. Like you get 4 rockets on you and you're overburdened. is like die. Even with like max strength, you're like overburdened with those darn things. Okay, now the other thing I almost forgot that I always do at the beginning of the game is I go in and see if she has any of the stuff we're looking for our farm. Carrot. Now you only need 1 carrot to start a giant farm. And I'll show you why. Go and get that carrot. And we'll go along here. We'll look at for anything else. Got anything else? Razor grain. Oh, that's a great start there. And nothing else. We've got some whiskey. Well, maybe that's not going to be a great start. That's going to be a very drunk start. But we'll go without that for now. Resist infections and parasites. Ooh, let's get that. And let's see what else we got. Anything else? No, that's probably as good. Now, again, if it had like meat fruit or anything like that, I would grab those. I would grab those out of there. So there we go. That is a great start. We got carrots right at the very beginning. All right, dog meat. Let's go, buddy. Now, we got a whole bunch of good stuff there. And we're going to walk over here to the #1 place to do recruiting. Right over here. Right over here. Now, I try to set up my signal beacon here first, and then I'll go back to Sanctuary. The reason why is because more people show up here than usually any of my settlements. They'll show up here, and I'll send them somewhere else. I'll send like 20 of them somewhere else. They'll show up here again. I'll send 20 more out, and 20 more, and 20 more. And before you know, right at the very beginning of the game, before you even hit level 10, you've already got a full settlement at Sanctuary. And that's what we're working on right now. Now, I like to put it way over here, which is kind of the furthest place away that they can get to blow it up. It's also closer to the city, which is over there, which eventually we will make our way over there. Eventually. Eventually. And we're going to go ahead and start with power. I'm going to go in and make a nice power generator here. Let's put it on the ground. There we go. Let's put it over here. There we go. And now, because we've got both the resources that are currently on us and the resources here at the settlement, we can then put that on, and our settlement journey begins. There we go. Now watch what happens within just the first few minutes. We got it on. It's going. You've built a power source. Connect objects that require power to it. Yes, it is going. Now the way you know it's going is because it's green. And now that recruitment thing is going. Now within the next few minutes here, people are going to start showing up. They're going to be like, sup, sup? Sup, sup, bro? Now, am I going to build a settlement? Am I going to put beds down, food, any of that stuff? Nope. Not going to do any of that. Going to do a whole lot of zero of that. Now, I could sit here and wait for that. Right? But you know what's even better? Get some sleep. I'm going to go to sleep for 8 hours, get that well rested. Because I did a whole lot right there. That was a whole lot right at the very beginning. A whole lot. Hoarder, yeah. I hoarded like 10, 20,000 stuff at the very my first playthrough. I mean, you get massive ammo. That I never used some of that ammo. So now, in my first playthrough, I did that. I had 10, 20, 30,000. Then I realized that's 10, 20, 30,000 bottle caps that you have on you. That ammo is like 10,000 bottle caps that you could use to buy a better weapon or buy ammo that you really use all the time. That's why I don't save that ammo anymore. I learned that in my second playthrough. I was like, oh, that was dumb. Why was I holding 10,000 ammo? I could go to the vendor and buy out the entire vendor with that much, which is pretty funny. All right, now the other thing I need to do here is I need to go ahead and put one of these down. So I can go ahead and go, get me some drinky drink on. Get my action points back. Predator, thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are having a fantastic night. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Oh, yes, that's right. It does require the perk. That's usually the first perk I turned on. Can you believe I didn't turn that on this time? Can you believe it? That is usually the very first one I put on is a Scrounger and then a Scrapper down here. But I don't have the skill. See, I don't have the skill. That's right. Normally, see how you go in and do intelligence for that right at the very beginning. Yeah, for Scrapper. That's right. See, I'm so used to it being on. Very good correction. Thank you so much for that correction. You have to have that skill on first to do it. But that's what you would do. You would tag it for search. You'd have to have that perk. And then the perk will show you where that stuff is in the boxes. I totally forgot about that. Again, I usually turn that on. The ones I usually turn on, the very first ones, if I'm doing a Charisma build, Charisma and Intelligence build, and then I build out Luck to right here. is I turn Scrounger on, so you find more ammunition. Now, I'm not going to use ammunition, so I don't need it this time. And then I will also turn Fortune Finder on, and then also over here, Scrapper. Now, those three things will then last the whole rest of the game, so I'll be getting more and more resources throughout the whole entire game. Now, I will definitely build my way down, and now I got to think, I got to prioritize that. I do have to, that'll probably be my next two. One here, one there, and then my next three will be to get to Scrapper. That's right. Yeah, that's what I have to do. I have to get to Scrapper and Scrounger. Get that going on. All right, and I've got my water fixed. Let's go ahead and sleep again to save. That time was just for saving, not necessarily for sleeping. And we are off and running. Now that we have slept and done that, we've already got one person already coming in. Let's find them. There they are. Now, here's the trick. You ready? Got this person. Hello, settler. Don't sleep in my bed. Go to Sanctuary. So how did I do that? Wait a minute. Oh, wait, kids, back up, back up. What'd you do? Well, what I did is right down here at the bottom, and again, because I'm awesome and I do 3D animation up in my thing here, right here, move, the most powerful function you can get in your settlement right at the very beginning. You can go ahead and recruit everybody here. And again, this is my best tip for an amazing start, is recruit everybody here at the drive-in and then move them to Sanctuary. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Move, Sanctuary, go. And now she's going to eventually end up at Sanctuary. And then what's going to keep happening? More and more people are going to show up because I've got my radio beacon, and they're going to keep showing up, and I'm going to keep sending them, and they're going to show up, and I'm going to send them and show up and send them and so on. And before you know it, I'll have a complete and full Sanctuary. Now I'm also going to run over here. See my buddy Dogmeat. What's up, buddy? What's up, what's up? And go into the workbench. And again, look through here. And again, circuitry and crystal. So I'm going to make sure I don't have any other circuitry and crystal in here. Nope. How much do I have on me? Let's go ahead and take a look. I've got 4 crystal, which I think would be good, but I need 1 more circuitry. Oh, I got a lot of crystal on me. Look at that. Also got it. That crystal 4. So no circuitry though, right? Stop it. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and check the workbench again. And let's go ahead and take everything out. Again. And then we're going to go ahead and do that thing I was talking about, the component view down here, and then check it again. And scroll down, and we got a whole bunch of crystal. We got 6 crystal now instead of just the 4 we had before, because some of it, there was some item that was in there that had crystal, but was not the base crystal, right? So you don't see it as crystal. It's called something else, whatever it is, like whatever is causing that to be crystal, right? So it'll be whatever else. All right, unless it's something we broke down. And then also you can see there's no circuitry in all the kind of random items, right? Like item view, right? There's no circuitry in the hammer. There's no circuitry in the, you know, the cigarette or whatever. You get the idea. So there, still no circuitry, but we need to take these resources and we need to go for a long walk. So here we go. And it is past our time. We're already 18 minutes back. But we're not going to have enough time to walk all the way there. Sorry. I'm messing with you guys. I'm messing with you guys. We're not going to have enough time to walk them all the way back, but we are going to walk them to the bed here. And the next time we come in, that'll be the first thing we do, is walk him all the way back. I'm also going to show you how to get people out of your bed, by the way. Now, I'm going to take a lot of damage on the way to walk all this stuff back. But it would be worth it in the long run. Now, this is how you get people out of their bed. Say, hey, I want to talk to you for a second.
I'd like to trade some items.
Sure.
All right, she wants to trade. Let's see if she's got anything. Oh, razor grain. I'll take that. And sleep. Okay, so we're going to leave it there. And come back next time. Next time. All right, everybody. That's it for tonight's Fallout. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to another fantastic game. A game I call Fallout 4.5. It's called 7 Days to Die. Now, the building that we're doing here and the stuff that we're doing is very similar to that in 7 Days to Die. Also, it's a team game. So you can work together to build structures. Like, I would love Fallout 5 to be like like 7 Days to Die, meaning that we could all, like right now, all of us in the stream, could work together and build a settlement. And we build out Kismet kill boxes, we build out walls, we do all of this stuff together as a team, and then hordes of death claws come in, or super mutants or whatever, and we defend against those, and we go out and we collect resources together and we do quests together. That would be an amazing version of Fallout. Hopefully Fallout 5. But for right now, I call this Fallout 4.5, another amazing game. I'm totally addicted to this game. I would hang around for that. It is going to be super fun. We're going to be hanging out with much of my team. We're going to be working on our mega build that we're doing. So we're building a giant structure right now to defend against all the zombie attack, or I call them ghouls because I'm totally into Fallout. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and just pause for just a couple minutes. It's just taking me a couple minutes to switch over the stream. What I'm going to do is just turn it off for just a second so it cuts my video on demand separately. And then I'll be back. We'll play some 7 Days to Die. So thanks everybody for hanging out, and I'll be right back in just a moment.